What is up, Buffalo fanatics? Z-Bot, Rico. It's Rico in Bot on a Friday night on the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube channel. Less than 1 week away from the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. This time next week, Rico, we'll be waiting on 2 picks from our Buffalo Bills on day 2. Friday night, 2 picks in the second round. We're less than a week from kicking the draft off. A week away from round 2. Are you getting excited, brother? Because I am. I can't wait.
I certainly am getting excited. I'll tell you why. Because I just had the mock draft for Bleacher Report, the creators mock draft last night. And
yes.
I'll tell you, man, I found myself, and I can attest to what Brandon Beane and other GMs feel when they feel under pressure on the clock, where you think you can trade up, maybe you don't, you have a trade partner, and you're telling the trade partner, hold off, I don't know what the team ahead of you is going to do, and I got to wait. And then the guy that you want is gone, and now you're scrambling, and then you're like, deals off. And that's exactly what took place with me last night. So I'm excited. I kind of got a taste of being a GM, and I'm going to tell you right now, there is some slight pressure in the first round. And then after that, you can then follow your board the way you see fit. But golly, there was some moments. But I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm excited to see what the Bills do. They can go in so many different directions, especially with this new addition that we have onto the squad, or the renewed edition.
Talk about it.
There's a lot of directions that we can go in this draft, and some folks may feel some type of way about what we could potentially present to the masses and see how they feel about it. But we'll get there when we need to get there. How do you feel about this draft? Are you starting to now get excited about this?
Very excited. I can't wait. In fact, I'm honestly more excited about this time next week than I am Thursday night next week. Day 2 to me feels like the day for Buffalo. There's also part of me that thinks that number 30 pick could turn into a trifecta on day 2. I could see Brandon Beane easily moving back again if the board falls a certain way. There's part of me that almost would love it to go into Friday with 3 picks, because there's so many guys in the second round that I'd be satisfied with.
Right.
And because of that, I think the ability to add an asset, whether that be maybe a late third rounder or another fourth rounder, because inevitably with 10 picks, I'm imagining Brandon Beane's going to want to get back into the third round or so. I can't imagine we're holding on to all of those picks. There's got to be a plan in place to move up at some point. But I think moving back initially and then kind of stocking up on different guys in different areas, particularly on the defensive side of things, it sounds awfully, awfully intriguing to me. I got really excited watching you guys yesterday on that Bleacher Report mock. That was awesome. They did a hell of a job. The back end, whoever was working that thing, shout out to them, because they did a terrific job. They had the highlights up, the graphics, all of that. And I'll tell you, that was a wild draft. So for those who didn't watch it, Rico was the Bills GM. And if not for anything else, it was so great because you were on the same screen as Richie, TD, and Colby.
That's something.
It was the best because, so for those who didn't watch it, Colby, obviously, Patriots Global, he's first on the board in the AFC East. And who did he go with again? Campbell?
Yeah, he went with Will Campbell.
Yeah, so he went with Will Campbell. And TD, the first thing he has to say about it, he goes, mind you, this is on Bleacher Report. Like, everybody's taking it pretty seriously. And TD's like,
they are.
You want to know who's got to be worried about this is the Buffalo Bills. And it's just like he never misses an opportunity. That's what I love about him. He always takes the cracks when he has it. So then when TD was up, you, Richie, and Kobe just got on him, and it was unreal. And then Rico goes, he told the producer, he's like, do a still shot at TD, and the guy actually did it. He didn't see it coming, so I thought that was priceless.
It was perfect.
It was great, but a lot of random moves in that draft. The one that really stood out to me was the Pittsburgh Steelers representative taking Jalen Milroe at 21.
Buddy.
And now you're starting to wonder what that quarterback market's going to look like next week.
Buddy, when we saw Jalen Milroe go, the whole green room was like, what? He took Jalen Milroe? So while he's defending his case, we're in the green room just ripping him. All freaking 28 teams that are out there. We're just, what's okay, I guess Jalen Milroe goes. You got the Rams representative, Jake, was like, God, that was the guy I was about to take for the Rams. So, dude, it was crazy. It was good. If you guys have not gone ahead and seen it, listen, go to the Bleacher Report app and go ahead and check that out on the app. Download it. Fun. Or it's actually on YouTube. Go to the Gridiron. I think it's Gridiron Bleacher or Gridiron Bleacher Report, Bleacher Gridiron. And go ahead and look at that. It's fun. And I had my shots in at the AFC East. I got my shots in, but I thought I represented. I thought I represented pretty well. I gotta say, it was fun. Yeah. It was good times.
Yeah, Richie walked away with Tyler Warren, my guy out of Penn State. I mean, listen, the only problem is if he goes to the Jets, unfortunately, and knock on wood, of course, but unfortunately, it probably won't work out. But I think if he goes anywhere else, Tyler Warren, man, just a specimen. He was pretty much the single reason why Penn State got to the semifinal last year. He single-handedly beat USC last year. If you go back and watch Penn State USC, middle of the regular season, he single-handedly won that game for Penn State. And if they had lost that game, they would not have made the college football playoff, wouldn't have made it to the semifinal. Dude's an absolute stud. And when you factor in Big Ten, playing at the top of the sport, he was their only legitimate weapon in the pass game on that entire Penn State offense. Everybody on the other side of the ball, Big Ten defenses, by the way, as good as it gets, everybody knew where that ball was going.
Yep.
Every time. Still couldn't stop him. So I think the only thing that could stop him, Rico, is putting on the Jets jersey. I think if he goes anywhere else, I could see it being a home run pick. But yeah, I thought everybody in the AFC East, for the most part, did what I kind of expected. It was really great, though. I loved it. You want to know what else is really great, Rico?
Talk to me.
27, back in Buffalo. We got some news this week. I love when Brandon Beane gives us little nuggets while we're waiting around for the next thing. Obviously, we're sitting around hanging out, waiting for the draft, and in the process of wait until next week, Brandon Beane hits us with one of our all-time favorite Bills. In fact, the first ever draft pick by Sean McDermott as the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, Tre'Davious White back on the Buffalo Bills at the corner position on a roughly a little over $6 million deal. You initially saw this, Rico. I want to get your thoughts, but I also want to discuss what everybody seemed to have to say. For what reason, I don't know. And what that was essentially, you couldn't be happy about just having Tre'Davious White back on the team for a minute. Because it's immediately like, well, Tre'Davious White isn't going to come in here and be Darrelle Revis. That's not why they brought him back here. If anything, I think it's a better outlook on next week. There's a couple of corners in this draft, right, that the Bills are very much keen on. Some with injury history in the secondary as well. You get depth. You get the guy in the locker room that everybody loves, not only within the locker room, but the fan base. And then you're also getting a guy that could potentially be in place to help the guy you hope is the future of that locker room that you draft next week. Tre'Davious White, since he was drafted by the Buffalo Bills, was instantly one of the most beloved players by this fan base. The idea that a $6 million deal that seems to be completely incentive-based, by the way, I haven't seen the details on the contract, but when you see up to $6 million, and when you factor in Tre'Davious White's injury history and the way he's played the last couple of seasons, I got to imagine, Rico, getting to that $6 million mark is going to be borderline impossible for Tre'Davious White. The idea, though, of having him back, just for the sense of having him back, and that's what I tweeted out. I said, I'm stoked because of the guy. And I think that sometimes people get a little, I mean, I understand at the end of the day, it's a business. It's all about what you're doing on the field at the end of the day. How are you contributing to the W's? But to me, if there's one area on this team that you'd think the Bills would be looking at to add depth and, of course, obviously add a starting role, it would be the corner position. Why wouldn't you want Tre'Davious White on a very incentive-loaded deal if you need depth at the position? I think that for once, beyond the X's and O's, it's one of those guys that you just have to enjoy having him back while he's still in the league.
I guess I got to be the bad guy.
I was hoping you would be.
I got to be the bad guy. Listen, guys, the only reason Bills content creators, Bills fans are applauding this is because they like Trey White. They like him as a person. Why can't we like him as a player of the Ravens? You still respected him when he was on the Ravens. You still respected him when he was on the Rams. You didn't need to bring Trey White back. He was, and I say this with all the respect that I can, he was cooked even before he left. There were people murmuring that, yo, it's time, bro. It's time. And now the same people are welcoming him back and saying, what's the point? What is the point? Like, what is the point? You brought back a younger Dane Jackson that can start. You have a draft that you can probably double dip and get another corner. What is the point of bringing back Trey White? He was already on his, like, he just was not the same player after the ACL, wasn't the same player, especially after the Achilles. You're done. And then he goes to the Rams. 4 games in, they're like, bro, you gotta go. He was getting cooked. Let's be real with one another. He was. And then they said, this ain't gonna work out. So what do? They send him to the Ravens. Never started a game, was there merely as depth, and he was more of the same. So then you bring him on a $6.8 million deal. Like, fam, there comes the point where, like, money's being wasted. Money's being wasted.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because I don't know if everybody's aware of this. I wasn't aware of this until I all of a sudden was aware of it. And obviously, shout out the GOAT, Sal Capaccio. Also, the fellas over at Buffalo Rumblings who put this in an article that I read, where I was able to get a deeper understanding around the financials of this and why this might make a bit more sense here. So when Tre'Davious White was released by the Bills prior to him going to the Rams and the Ravens,
right,
he was a post-June 1 release. So the Bills have $4.13 million in dead salary cap money for him on the books this season. That's on top of whatever they wind up paying him on that 6.8, whatever that winds up entailing. So the way you can look at it essentially is that it's basically better to have him on the team when you're talking about the dead cap money in and of itself, because you're already taking that on. So if you're taking it on, why not at least get the depth role, potentially some production out of it?
I don't like it. I don't like this move. I really don't like it. I would have like anywhere else. I would have loved to root for him. I'm rooting for him because it's Trey White. I'm not rooting for him what I feel he's going to bring to the team. What's he going to bring to? What are you excited about? Trey White coming back to the squad. What are you excited for exactly? Him grabbing a playbook and reading it and being funny? Like, what?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes. If I'm being 100% with you, like 100%. Do you think I looked at that? Do you think I looked at that signing yesterday and said, man, that's it. We might as well trade back next week. Forget about whoever you had at the top of your board, Amos, right? Forget about it. Morrison, whatever. No, I looked at it exactly how I just said it a minute ago. $6.8 million. What does it got to take on Tre'Davious White's end to get to that dollar mark? I have to imagine it is a significant bar that will not be hit. So in reality, how much is this really costing? And then I also look at it too. Why now? Why Tre'Davious White? And what's the overall play with Brandon Beane here? And I think that if you're going to draft, or look at what happened the last time the Bills went down this route. Okay. Kyer Elam didn't work out so well.
Okay.
Maybe the idea here is, we love Tre'Davious White. He's our guy. Mm-hmm. And we wish it didn't go down the way it did. All pro before he winds up with the injury history. You think we wanted to let him go? Like I said, Sean McDermott's first draft pick? No. You bring him back in a situation where I think they might be looking at it and saying, hey, we're looking to go and get that next guy. Tre'Davious White, for I'm assuming peanuts. Plus, you already had that over $4 million dead cap hit on him as well. So you bring him back in. Essentially, if you look at it, you might as well have him on the roster if you're already paying dead cap money. I look at it as next week. What's the harm in having Tre'Davious White in place for the guy that will inevitably and hopefully be the face of the Bills secondary moving forward over the next decade here?
Listen, Bot, I see what you're doing. You're pulling on the heartstrings of all the people in the chat, and they're, go, Bot, go. You talk for me, Bot. Trey White's back. What does it hurt? What do you gain? Right? Maybe you gain a guy that, and I get it. Let me play the game. I'll play the game with everybody else. We bring him back because he's familiar with the system. He's familiar with the locker room. He's familiar with personnel, so he can come in and really help out the young cornerback that they decide to draft, right? Okay, Dane Jackson's there, so he'll be competing for the quarterback 2 spot. Trey White, we'll see if he's got any juice left. I even saw a comment in here saying Bean is super smart. What he did was he let him go, let him heal up while he was on the Rams and the Ravens, and then we'll bring it back. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I love that. I love that mindset. See, this is what I love. I love that.
Listen, Trey White is not the same player, but he's going to be cornerback 3. Okay, then I can find another cornerback 3 at 6.8 mil if he decides to even get 6.8 mil. If you're just bringing him back to bring him back because bringing the gang back, fine. Just like you guys felt when Jordan Phillips came back. I didn't care if Jordan Phillips came back. He came back. It was like, whatever. I'm not going to be swayed by the Trey White side. Do I like Trey White as an individual? Absolutely. I love Trey White when he was on the squad. He brought the team a little something, but the team is a very different team. You see the youth movement that we're trying to bring here. So does this deter you? You said something earlier. Well, we're still going to try to draft a cornerback in round 1. I was like, well, this signing tells me Brandon Beane's telling you he's going straight defensive end DT. Don't even think about looking at cornerback.
On what planet is that what this tells you?
What?
So by Brandon Beane bringing in Tre'Davious White off of multiple season-ending injuries, after they released him, the first draft pick by Sean McDermott, an all-pro in this Bills defense. You're telling me after all that they've gone through with this guy, they bring him back so that they don't have to draft the future of the cornerback position next week?
Don't put words in my mouth like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
what did you say?
What I'm saying is they're not going to use the 30th pick with a corner. What they're telling you is that we still believe in Trey White. If they don't bring Trey White back just to make him a third corner, they're going to allow him to compete for that cornerback 2 spot. Let's be freaking real. Let's be real. They're going to allow him to compete for it. They're going to allow Dane Jackson to compete for it, and they'll grab a cornerback 2, maybe with the second. Our second round pick or the third second round pick, whichever one in the second round. They're not drafting one with the 30 spot. We have 2 defensive linemen that are suspended for 6 weeks. They're going defensive line. And if you think that Brandon Beane's going to go corner, you got to be tripping. You're out of your mind.
Oh, I can't wait. What do we got right now? What is it? 1825. Clip it up next week. Because, I remember last year, I was the only one who had sand in my ass over the trade with Kansas City. I was the only one who had a problem with it. And how did that wind up turning out? Right? How did that wind up? I understand where you're coming from. If there's an edge play, if there's an edge,
you're pandering to the chat is what you're doing.
Pandering. I think you are in the mood to be a contrarian tonight. I don't understand how you think that I could possibly look at this Tre'Davious White move as anything other than a depth piece for probably next to no money as you go into next week and likely draft the guy that you hope is your next Tre'Davious White, right? I don't see this more than I just don't see this really as much of anything. That's why when you asked me earlier, what am I most excited for? Like, Tre'Davious White following Brandon Beane around the cafeteria? Kind of, to be honest. Yeah, why not?
How old is Tre'Davious White?
I don't know.
Was he 34? 34 or 35?
Is he already 34?
He's not. No, he's not. He's 29 or 30. I think he's 30. So he's still got, what I'm trying to tell you is he's still got fight in him left. He's not coming back to Buffalo just to be, I'm near the end of my career, i.e. Micah Hyde. No, sir. He came back to Buffalo with an opportunity. He's looking at it like, yo, who's the cornerback two in Buffalo? Dane Jackson and nobody else. Shoot. Yo, agent, talk to Bean and see if let me see what I got. This is a trial moment. They're going to allow him to compete for that number 2 spot. I can guarantee you that much. He ain't just there to be a face and mentor. He's 30.
I mean, obviously.
He's still got game in him. So stop with the nonsense. They brought him back to try to compete. So which
I would hope that he's going to try to compete. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that they brought him in so that he can serve burgers at the cookout. After the weekend practice. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that they basically brought him in to be what is this? What do we got?
Yeah, Rico, just yapping at the moment, right? He's saying, especially coming back because this is where he's played his best. That when Trey White's best was, Mr. Bill Nick, it was 2019 and 2021. Those were his 2 back-to-back Pro Bowls. We are going into 2026. The last time he played for us in 2023, he was a shell of himself, and then he got the injury. And then he goes last year and doesn't do diddly squat with the Rams and did nothing with the Ravens. What exactly are y'all expecting? What are you guys expecting? Come on, fam. Like,
I'm not expecting anything. I mean, that's kind of how I'm looking at this stuff. I didn't look at this pick.
How do you see this? What's his role? What's his role going to be?
See, to me, I don't look at this like, obviously what you said is 100% accurate. He's going to compete. And damn it, if he winds up winning the cornerback 2 spot or whatever, well, hey, good on him, right? Because he had to have earned it. They're not just going to give it to him. They released the guy. I mean, do you think that they wanted to get rid of him? 100% not. So it's not like the Bills are married to this idea that, oh, well, we got Tre'Davious White back, so we got to put him on the field. No, that's not going to happen. So if he competes and wins it outright, well, why not? He earned it, right?
I got no problems with that. What my initial point was, they're not going to draft a corner with the first round. They brought Trey White to compete. Therefore, they're going to go defensive line for sure. And you were like, well, I don't know.
No. I don't understand how you look at the Trey White pick and think this has any impact on what Brandon Beane's doing at pick 30.
What?
Whether he got White or not, he was going to do whatever he was going to do, with or without him. You think if he didn't get Tre'Davious White, then corner was in play at 30? Not to say that it isn't. I still think it very much could be.
Absolutely. Corner was very much more in play. Had he not brought in James Bradbury was a conversation. I don't know if that's still going to happen. But Trey White coming back and Dane Jackson, you had 2 guys that were able to start. So clearly, the organization feels very comfortable with Dane Jackson being a starter and Trey White being a starter, obviously. So they brought these 2 back. They're going to compete. So I don't necessarily have to go and get myself a corner early. Now I have these guys that are going to compete. They're going to be going at it. I'll draft a corner, maybe a third-day corner, or maybe I'll draft myself one in the second. But it certainly won't be the first.
Are you trolling? Are you messing with me?
I can't believe this is a topic.
I genuinely can't tell, because if you are, you're doing a hell of a good job at it.
What I'm saying to you is Trey White's signing is affecting what we're going to do with that 30 pick, and it's not going to be a corner. Here's what I'm saying:
30
the 30 pick will not be corner.
Okay,
the 30 pick will not be corner.
Do you think it? No, that's not crazy at all.
Thank you.
Here's the better question.
Sure.
Do you think it affects picks 56 and 62?
Okay, let me ask you this. And I'll ask you this. So, first pick, let's just say we draft ourselves a defensive tackle. Okay? Our second pick comes up, and receiver Matthew Golden is still available, or Luther Burden is still available.
Burden, yes.
Let's just say Luther Burden is still available. Do you think they're going to, and Benjamin Morrison is still there? Okay? And I'll bring another one. Another corner that could be there. Maxwell Hairston is still there. But you got Luther Burden or Matthew Golden, and they're right there for the picking. Most folks think they may not even be there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you think the Bills might say, let me grab that receiver because that's best player available?
You're talking about in the second round?
Second round. We're talking about second round. Let's just say DT's gone, 30 pick. Now we're in second round at pick. What is our 56? I can't remember what it is.
56 and 62.
56, 62. Burden, let's just say some of the top receivers did not go into the first round and they're available at where we are. Does Bean say best player available? I got to grab that. Or did he say, I certainly need a corner. I'm grabbing that corner right now. Or Malachi Starks is available at 56.
I mean, did Malachi Starks commit a felony the day of the draft, and that's why he's dropping down the ball? Or Luther Burden?
My point is, cornerback is not going to be a pressing need because Bean decided to bring Trey White.
Let me come back at you and say that.
Yes, that's the answer.
But whether or not he got Tre'Davious White, I think he still would consider. Like, if we're talking about this fantasy land where Luther Burden somehow is available at 56, whether or not they got Tre'Davious White is irrelevant because I think that they're going with him. In fact, I think that there's a small possibility if he fell to 30, the Bills would take him right there. To be honest with you, there's scenarios where I've done that myself because the wide receiver availability in this draft falls off drastically after the first round and the early second round. By the time the Bills come around to picking, and they're not going to use that top if they take someone at 30, like you're mentioning, a D tackle or whatever, they're not using 56 or 62, in my opinion, on a wide receiver, unless it's a scenario like you're mentioning here that would be unforeseen. Mm-hmm. So that's why there's a scenario in my mind on the off chance Luther Burden were to fall to 30. I would be all in on Brandon Beane doing that because I don't think you're going to have another valid opportunity the rest of the draft to really get a guy that you consider to be an immediate impact this season and in the seasons beyond. Like, we're talking instantly. So it's funny you're bringing this up because going into tonight, we're going to be doing a couple of mock drafts later.
We certainly are.
I'll tell you right now, I'll be 100% honest with you. Like, if we do a mock draft tonight, and I've done this multiple times. Yep. If we did a mock draft tonight and Luther Burden fell to 30, I'm taking Luther Burden at 30 because I still have 2 second-round picks that I know for a fact I'm going to be able to get some value at corner, some value at D tackle, or some value at safety. I feel very confident in the Bills' ability to get immediate value on the defensive side of the ball with those 2 second-round picks. I do not feel nearly as confident about their ability to do that on the offensive side of the ball in the second round. So that's why I would heavily consider it. In fact, if I were in charge, if I was making the call, I would put the card in for Burden because of that reason alone.
I'm just so hold on. So if we take DT first round, okay, that's out the way. We fulfill our duties in fortifying the line. Your second pick. I know you've had so many scenarios.
Yeah.
Your two. We have 2 second-round picks. So what have you done with your 2 second-round picks? Did you immediately think corner immediately, or were you looking at best player available, what fits for the team, or were you absolutely going for corner?
Always doing best available every time.
That's available. Okay.
I'll tell you what I've done 95% of the time, and I told you this off camera. I can't help myself. I don't know why. I do it every time. I trade back almost every single mock draft that I do. I have found that in the majority of these mock drafts. So, for instance, say like, because we're starting to see, we're all like we do every year. Remember, I keep bringing this up because it still kills me that this was what we were talking about. Yep. I remember us talking about it the night of the draft, like in the green room before we went live for the draft show. We were talking about Bo Nix, like, people were saying second round. I mean, the idea that these guys are second round picks for months, if not years. And then all of a sudden, mid-April rolls around. Jackson Dart was a day 2 pick. Now all of a sudden, the Rams want him at 26. Jalen Milroe was a late day 2 pick, maybe a day 3 pick. I don't know, by some people's estimation. You watch that game against Michigan in the bowl game this past year, and people are like, "Oh man, I don't want to have anything to do with that." Right? More of a running, an unbelievable runner. Jalen Milroe, but I don't think anybody's looking at him as a guy who's going to come in and immediately transition their passing game. Now, all of a sudden, you're hearing a lot of talks about him going in the first round. So I've often found these scenarios, Rico, where you got a Cleveland at 33, or you got a G-Men at 35, and I bump slightly out of the first, take that early second. And what I love about those teams and what I love about the Bills situation is the Bills have a ton of picks. Depending on the desperation, because you got to imagine both of these teams could be duking it out. Multiple teams could be duking it out for that gem late round. I mean, everybody's hoping Jalen Milrose, Lamar Jackson, right? Lamar falls to 32, and the rest is history. Everybody's looking for that if the situation were to come about. Desperation sets in. I like the idea of packaging one of their early thirds with multiple late round picks for Buffalo while also bumping back into the early second. I love that idea because I think whoever the Bills would get at 30 there, in all likelihood, you're going to get the same value early in the second. Plus, you're going to be adding a much better pick than what the Bills currently have on the back end.
Here's what I love about this Trey White topic of conversation. And I want everybody to understand, I have no problems with Trey White. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I like Trey White, but Trey White, the player that we think he's going to be, is long gone. And that's why we moved on from him. But I got to look at this draft that's coming up and what Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott have done with the cornerback position. Since McDermott and Beane have been together, Trey White was the first player they drafted. They brought him in. We all know the history, right? Taron Johnson, 2018 nickel corner. Okay, 4th round. Trey White and Kyer Elam are the only corners that these guys have ever drafted in the first round. One was a solid pick. The other one was a wolf, right? Taron Johnson, 4th round. Dane Jackson, 7th round. Christian Benford, 6th round. Fam, they know DB. They don't necessarily have to choose one in the first bit because they do their due diligence. And you see the proof is in the pudding, right? They've drafted. Look at Christian Benford. Nobody knew who the heck Christian Benford was until we signed him. And we're like, wow, got himself a freaking good deal. So if you can fortify the line and get your best players available in the first early on picks, you do it. And they will do it because they brought back Trey White that I believe they trust. They clearly must trust Trey White with them bringing him back and Dane Jackson coming back, and they're going to allow them to compete. And they will pick someone in the later rounds to develop them. That's what they do. The proof is in the pudding. They're going to go after the big dogs.
But while you're talking about this is where I'm interested based on what we were just talking about. When you say later rounds, I'm getting the impression from you that you're thinking like round 5 with one of the multiple picks the Bills have there at corner. Is that what you're thinking now?
Depends on who's available. We know how the draft changes. Like I'll tell you right now. I mean, the two of us can attest to this. 2 weeks ago, I would have said corner first round, right? You know how things change. And now I'm completely changed on that. I'm like, yo, DT. Now that Trey White's back, and they're gonna respect him enough to give him an opportunity to compete, they can kind of chill a little bit because nothing more motivating is when they give you an opportunity and you have an opportunity to start. They're gonna.
You were already on DT though prior to Trey White's signing, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Prior to Trey White signing, I was already there. Dane Jackson didn't sway me. Dane Jackson was there because we lost Rasul Douglas, so they replaced him. I knew they were gonna go out and get someone. If they brought in some no-name cornerback, I would have said they're still going corner. But they didn't bring a no-name. They brought a name that is very well known and known to the Bills. So he will have an opportunity to gain back the trust and try and get that starting position. They trust enough in him, and McDermott certainly does. I'm sure it pained them to let him walk away. So the fact that he's coming back to the squad, he's just not the same player. So Trey White, is he washed? In my opinion, yes. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. But cornerback will not be the first pick and may not even be the second pick.
So here's where I'm at on that. Because this is stunning me that you're saying this. Because I would be willing to bet a large sum of money. Like if there's one thing that I would be most sure on, just the way I see it in this draft.
Yeah.
I would be stunned, like jaw drop stunned.
Okay.
If the Bills walked out of this draft without either Trey Amos, Benjamin Morrison, Maxwell Hairston, or Siobhan Rebel, I would be stunned. stunned. I have not thought of a scenario, just based on my personal thoughts on the draft. There hasn't been one draft that I've approached without leaving with at least one of those four guys.
I would love for it to happen. I'm not even hate on that. I would love for it to happen. I just, we do.
So you more think that you just don't see it. You don't think it'll happen?
We have 3 picks within the 65. One of them should be a corner. I just don't think it's going to be the first 2. They're gonna fortify the line and listen. This thing could go so many places, right? It's so tough to kind of figure it out. You got to see who's available. And even just yesterday doing the mock with these creators, and we don't know what Vikings fans are talking about and what they need. I don't know what the Vikings needs are. I know they don't have many picks, but I don't know what their needs are. Would you know what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers needs are? I got no idea, right? So it's got me swayed because I saw players go earlier than I expected. I was like, whoa,
definitely.
Okay, so like, there's some things like there was a lot of corners still available, but then I've seen mock drafts where 3 corners are gone. I was like, this gonna be something. So
let me ask you this then, because all right, so let's say for instance, DT's off the board at 30. No trades. Bills are on the clock at 56. Let's say there's best available at edge. There's best available at safety. There's best available at corner. What are you doing? You're immediately going back to the line again.
I'm going back to the line again. Listen, our issue has always been we don't get enough pressure from the defensive front. We have Joey Bosa that we all know that you just don't know. Can he stay healthy? Can he not? He might go 4 weeks into the season and then soft tissue injury, right? So if Nick Skirton is available at 56, do you not take Nick Skirton? If I'm trying to think of like some defensive ends that could
this is the scenario because I'm saying like Skirton was available, or honestly, you could really fill in the blank, right?
Yeah, fill in the blank. Honestly, Landon Jackson. Let's just say Landon Jackson's available at 56. Are you going to pass on Landon Jackson?
Right.
Some people have him as a first rounder.
That's what I'm looking at. Like, would you prefer to go that route as opposed to
Absolutely.
if like Revel and Morrison were both available at the same time?
That's the thing. My philosophy has changed a little bit more. Like 2 weeks ago, I would have said, "Yo, give me a corner immediately." Right? We were just last week. We were talking about double dipping at corner. Double dip that corner.
I still think they're going to.
Going to what?
Double dip at corner.
How early they grab the corner and how late they grab a corner, cool. But like we were like double dipping back to back. So I see it going front defensive tackle to defensive end if best player available, like you gave me that scenario. BPA DE, BPA safety, BPA corner, BPA DE. You get pressure on that quarterback, you move him off the mark. Dane Jackson, like he's shown before, can be very serviceable. Trey White, if he's got the juice, can be serviceable. So absolutely. Y'all think I'm tripping? Wait till that thing comes out. I'm gonna sway you ass. I'm gonna sway you.
Well, I'll tell you though, you seemed concerned about Trey White, but you seem to have no problem trotting him out there without getting one of these guys in day 2 to go out there and be in his place.
And this is why I was looking for the comment, because somebody's like, you think he's washed, but you're ready to put him as cornerback too. Because he's not a no-name guy. You don't bring in a known name, a named person, someone that has something behind his name, and then rely on him to just be a depth player. No, they're actually going to let him start. Do I think that he's capable of doing it? I personally don't think so. But you brought him in. They're going to allow him to do it. I don't necessarily believe that he should, but I'm not. Listen, we've seen the Bills do some things. Like they brought in Joey Bosa. Some people say, Joey Bosa? You kidding me? Right? You saw them bring Von Miller in. Von Miller, 35 or 33 when we brought him in. We paid him all that money. Everybody's like, I'm not sure. So these guys sometimes they make decisions where you're like, okay, I got to trust it. Draft Christian Bedford. Now one of the better corners in the game. You got to trust it. Trust what they see. If they think that Trey White is that dude, and you got to trust it. But I just don't feel it is. But who am I? Who am I? Huh?
I don't think they view him as that. I don't think that this was what the move was made for. I don't think that they view him as that dude. I think that they view him as a dude that they would prefer to have over any other dude that would be a dude
right
in the depth spot. That's kind of how I view it. I don't see this move on their end logistically being of the mindset that he is going to be the solution in 2025 at cornerback too.
I guess that's one of those things that we'll see. By the way, Signified Knows says, Rico, we literally brought Micah Hyde to hold a clipboard and be a hype man. Micah Hyde was pretty much retired. They didn't bring him in to do anything. And he's 34? So no, this is not the same. Not the same whatsoever. 30-year-old cornerback still wants to play, right? So he still got the juice left, obviously, and he's 30. 30. I think he just turned 30, or he's going to 30. I don't know where he is.
He's 30. Wouldn't it be incredible if he just went off? Wouldn't it just be awesome?
I would love it. Wouldn't we all love it? Because we like Trey White. We love Trey White. It pained me, and I'll be real. I think we all felt the same. It pained me when he wasn't doing so well with the Rams. It pained me. I was like, oh no, not Trey White. Whenever I saw the Rams get like it was a high scoring, a big play. And I'm like, no, please don't let it be 27. Please don't let it be, it is 27.
He committed that pass interference with the Ravens in the divisional that got the Bills into the end zone before half.
This is what I'm talking about. It's puzzling to me that they brought him back, but I also know that they brought him back, you know what I mean, because there's some familiarity with him. And maybe he told them, I feel great. I feel the best I've ever felt in a long time. You know how athletes be.
But it's that reason right there why I was happy with bringing him back. Like when I saw Tremaine Edmonds in a Bears jersey, I wasn't like sad about it. And I like Tremaine Edmonds. It just never made sense to pay him the amount of money he wanted that Chicago gave him. It wasn't going to happen.
Well,
when I saw Tre'Davious White, another jersey though, Rico, like you just said, like it was sad because of the amount everybody loved him. That's why I'm happy he's back.
Yeah, and I get it, and that's why I said you're pandering to the folks because you know that they love to hear that we're glad to see him back in a Bills uniform. Of course we are, but like let's get to the nuts and bolts here. You know what I mean? Let's get past the whole. You know what I mean Trey White on the Bills. Let's get past the nuts and bolts and find out. I mean, we get it. We know what's up, man. We know what's up. I'm trying to think of another player that the Bills brought back. Where you knew there was no significance here, but I mean, it made everybody happy. I'm trying to think. I don't want to use Jordan Phillips because we knew what Jordan Phillips was. Did we bring anybody else back?
I'm thinking.
I can't think of anything but anybody right now. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I got a comment from Bill's fan. He says Rasul was not a good player. He's part of the reason our pass defense was third down defense was so bad. Teams picked on him. So if you think they picked on Rasul Douglas, what do you think they're going to do to Trey White? Right? What do you think they're going to do? Dane Jackson was a decent corner, but could never turn his damn head around. And that's why he was getting beat all the time. And that's why the Bills were like, nah, you got to go. So do I hope that the Bills find someone? Did we bring Shaq Lawson? Yes, Shaq Lawson. We brought him back. We brought Shaq Lawson back. I was like, bro, we let Shaq Lawson go because he wasn't that dude. I mean, great at you know what I mean, at getting setting the edge, but we know he ain't gonna pass rush. He ain't gonna do anything. I was like, it's kind of like that.
Well, so in regard to Douglas, by the way, because I see a lot of people bringing this up. Like why Douglas, right? In regard to him, I see a lot of people bringing it up. Why not just go there? Spot Track has his projected market value right now at $12 million. So I mean, that's another thing you have to consider. True. That's double Trey White. So I know I've seen a lot of people say, well, if you're going to bring back a vet, why not go with the guy who's been pretty solid for you as of late? But it's double the price tag.
Let me ask you a question. If Jahdae Barron falls to the 24 spot, that's where the Vikings pick. Would you trade up to get Jahdae Barron?
What would be the trade, you think?
Let's just say the Vikings want both our fourths.
both the fourths to go up
We
12 spots.
Yep. Swap. No, not even 12. We go down. We up the 24 spot. So we go up 6
24.
spots.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just say they want both our 4th round draft picks.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Why not?
Because
I thought it has no bearings on what we brought Tre'Davious White back. Get yourself that corner.
Because I like, because once again, I like the Bills' ability, in my opinion, to get a corner in the second round.
Okay, second round. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like the Bills' ability to get a corner in the second round. I want to see also, like, depending on that 24. I mean, once again, though, it is Jahdae Barron. Like, I mean, what? Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it,
they're saying he's the best corner in the game.
Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, you'd probably have to do it.
See, GM, hey GM, how about why aren't you pulling the trigger? You're a little hesitant. It doesn't matter.
I'm only hesitant because I'm confident in the ability to get a guy that I like day 2 while also getting another guy. This is what I like about the situation the Bills are in. Multiple areas of need, in particular on the defensive side of the ball, that I think have tremendous upside where the Bills are picking in this draft. It's a bad draft to have like the 17th overall pick. You know what I mean? It's a hell of a good draft for the Bills to have 2 second rounds in addition to that late 30 that I would love to turn into an additional second round for potentially a late third or something like that. I would love it because I think that there's value all across day 2. And the more darts you throw at the board, the more likely you are to hit a bullseye. And if the Bills are able to kind of spread the wealth across that defense, which is where I'd like to see them do it, other than the off chance you get a guy like Burden falling all the way down the board to 30. The way I've ran it for the most part, Rico, I've done some sort of combination of corner, tackle, safety, or corner, edge, tackle, corner. Regardless, I have pretty much gone 3-headed monster on the defensive side of the ball every single time I've mocked with the Bills picks at 30, 56, and 62. Defense, all three picks pretty much every time.
So let's get just for context. So maybe we can clip this later. But so in your opinion, now that we've had our discussions, does Trey White signing alter the Bills drafting a corner early?
Absolutely not.
You're dead set on it. It means absolutely nothing. He's just going to be purely a depth corner. He ain't competing for anything. We are going to draft that corner with a second round pick, and he's going to start. Trey White is going to be the backup, and that's how you see it.
I see it as this. Whatever Brandon Beane had in his mind in terms of the corner next week before signing Tre'Davious White, he still currently has in his mind today after signing Tre'Davious White.
Do you think the conversation that was had between Trey and Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, Trey comes in and says, I'm signing with you guys because I want to be able to try to have a chance to start. Will you guys allow me to have a chance to compete for the starting spot? Do you think Brandon Beane was like, bro, we're bringing you in, but we're bringing you in strictly as depth. We are going to draft a corner to start. Or was it absolutely you're going to have an absolute ability to start, and we're going to give you a chance to compete? Dane Jackson's there, and we will draft a corner, but you will have an opportunity. How do you think that conversation went?
Listen, I don't care if the Bills put a guy on their practice squad that they found on the side of the road walking towards St. John Fisher. If he's on the practice squad, then he's got the right to compete for a starting job. So if Tre'Davious White flat out asked, do I have a chance to compete for a starting role? Yeah, hell yeah, you do. You come out to camp, you go off. What am I going to do? Not start you because of your injury history and the fact that you haven't been that great the last couple of years? Of course he's got a chance. Now, in all likelihood, do I think both sides of the fence here have a mutual understanding that that's more than likely not going to be the case, and that it's more than likely what you just said, depth with the potential of, hey, for instance, Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
Say the Bills wind up going with him in the second round.
Sure.
He's coming off of an injury.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a situation where Tre'Davious White, hey, you're the starting cornerback for I don't know, 6 weeks, however long early in the season until we see what we have with that guy. Another thing you have to consider too, the Bills defensively have had the worst injury luck over the last handful of years. Better last year than the year prior, of course. But that's the one thing I also consider too. If I'm Tre'Davious White, I think there's going to be ample opportunity at some point, if he has proved to be good enough to earn it, that he can get on the field. So to answer that question just black and whitely, I think that 100%, if you are on the team, you have a chance to win the job. And unless your name is Josh Allen, I think that everybody at any given time should have the utmost ability to compete for more playing time than the guy in front of them.
Well, there was a comment that was put out there about corners coming in hurt. I think you mentioned it, but somebody else mentioned it as well. And there are several cornerbacks that are coming into this draft coming off of injury. Will Johnson being one of them, Siobhan Ravel being another, Barron. What do you call it? Was it? We got a Deion Walker being another one. So there's a few guys that are coming in kind of banged up. I think Trey Amos hurt a little bit. Was it Trey Amos or was it? So many corners that I've been looking at. It's tough to kind of keep track. But anyway, if we do bring in some of these players, and they're, because somebody alluded to it, let them sit for a bit and allow Dane or Trey to kind of be there as the insurance until we can get said corner back ready. That's all. That's a different ball game as well. So that's the only scenario that I could potentially see where they're like, oh, we're going with a top flight corner. Oh, thank you, Nick. Nick just came up with a list. I knew I was missing a few. So Harrison, Morrison, Revel, and Johnson, they're coming in with injuries, previous injuries. So you got to be comfortable enough to draft a guy early, which I doubt it's going to be the first round pick. It could be the second, or it's got to be the second or third because these guys are highly touted players. That's the only scenario that I can see that Bean would say, you're going to have to hold it down for the first bit, but once these guys are ready, it's his position to grab. But it's such a muddy situation. You just never know how things play out. Maybe Trey goes back to 2019 Trey, 2021 Trey, 2020 Trey, and he's a different beast in this system. One will never know. But I'll tell you this much. It certainly won't be at the corner position for the 30 spot. That's going to be something different. But
I think I agree with you. Other than probably Trey Amos, if the Bills aren't willing to pull the trigger there at 30, I'm 100% with you. The question is, though, who's going to be available at D tackle? Who's going to be available at edge? Is there a possibility of a slip on a wide receiver? This is a very interesting draft because there's nobody that anybody's married to at 30. Have you really found anybody out there that is just dead set on 30 being one specific guy, and that's that? Because I haven't seen a whole lot of that, really. And in fact, it goes beyond the Bills. Outside of the top, 16, I've seen so many teams, and we're talking about people covering this on a national platform. Like, everyone's just like, they could do this, they could do that. And the amount of times you hear, well, there's days I have this guy graded top 10. There's days I have this guy graded second, like Walter Nolan. I keep hearing it. There's days I see this guy and I got him in the top 10. There's other days I see him on a day 2 pick. And I keep hearing this over and over and over again. So that to me is what's so intriguing about this draft, is I just think there is an insane unknown here. And it goes far beyond the Bills. I think it just goes for pretty much this entire draft, including at the top. I mean, even at the top, Rico, other than what we think to be Travis Hunter being what could be a generational type talent, we'll see.
Sure.
Who else is that? Everybody? I mean, really, is there a consensus? Like, it's not like last year where you were like, well, Caleb Williams is the best thing to come out of college since Peyton Manning, like that type of thing. Of course, you had Jaden Daniels in the mix too, and then you had Drake May, and you had Bo Nix, and this year, even beyond the lack of quarterback talent, it just feels like there is such a minimal amount of, oh yeah, there's no way this guy doesn't hit type guys. And that's kind of what I like about it, because I think it's a good spot to be where the Bills are in, where you're getting these guys later on in the draft And I don't know how much different they're currently being viewed than the guys all the way at the top of it.
I find it fascinating because the amount of back and forths that you see the pundits that are going back and forth with certain players, it's so tough to really try to figure things out. Which brings me to like when we do, because we're gonna get into it, because I've seen questions about people saying, "Hey, are you gonna jump into a mock draft?"
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. He said, "Hell yeah, we absolutely will." It does have me thinking though, and we were discussing something earlier, and in terms of, and kind of loose to what you're saying now, certain picks. Is there a dead set pick at this position or whatnot? I got a question for you, and I don't want to deep dive into it, but dive into it somewhat. And the safety position. Are you comfortable with the safety position? Do you like what we have there? Are you like, no, that's set, we're good, I don't need to see anything else? Or is there someone in this draft that you could, that, man, if we had added this player to this team, this helps us out? So my question is, safety a dark horse pick in the first round? I can't spell, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that. But is safety a dark horse pick? Could it be in the first round, knowing what you know and knowing what we have on the squad? So right now, our safeties right now are Taylor Rapp, second round pick Cole Bishop, Eric Forrest, and we've got Damar Hamlin. So those are the four. I don't know if I'm missing anybody else, but those are the four safeties we have. Are you comfortable with the four, or is there a prospect that if this guy's available at 30, with the depth that there is at defensive tackle, is there anybody that stands out to you that you can say, you know what, with a 30 pick, if this guy's still available, I'm jumping all over it?
The only world that would exist in would be a world where we see Malachi Starks just plummet down the board. Then, yeah, obviously, you take the best safety on the board. Right now, he has a top 10 grade, but that's very, very unlikely. I do think the Bills walk away from this draft at some point with a safety. I'm very confident in that. I love Kevin Winston out of Penn State, but he's coming off of his own season-ending injury, much like a couple of these corners that we were just discussing,
right?
Which is why his draft stock has fallen. There were people out there thinking that he would be an easy first-round pick if not for that injury. And I think the same argument has been made about Morrison out of Notre Dame at the cornerback position, potentially Revel. We've seen these guys still mocked in the first round by some guys, even with those injuries. There's a world to me, as I mentioned to you earlier.
Yep.
Where in the second round, if things fall really nicely, then I could see the Bills go in safety, whether that be Kevin Winston, should he fall, Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame, should he fall, Makuba, right? That's how you say it's Makuba, right? Out of Texas.
Yep.
That would be the one that would seem most likely to be available when the Bills are on the clock day 2. I don't think the Bills go safety if that's the only option there. Makuba out of Texas. But I'll tell you what, I do think if you see Winston or Watts fall, there is high potential that the Buffalo Bills wind up taking either one of those guys with their 2 second-round picks. But also it depends, once again, on what they do with that first-round pick. Because there's a world to me where I see, I told you this earlier.
Yep.
If the Bills do not go secondary in the first round, I like an idea of trading up to about 45 or so. 45 would be the Indianapolis Colts, I believe. I like the idea of going and getting a secondary player there. And I guess it would all depend on what you value more and who's available. But say, for instance, you got a Winston who's available at 45, and, Morrison's gone, Amos is gone, Ravel is gone. Maybe you do it, because I think you get to a point where positional value at corner might not be there for you in the second round like you were discussing. Then I think that's when you come down to, all right, well, damn, we got a couple of guys here that have first-round grades, but for unforeseen circumstances aren't in the first round, whether it be injury or just the way the board fell. But either way, Rico, first round, I think it's borderline impossible unless he tore his leg up walking into the draft night and his draft stock fell. But I think there's a very likely scenario that at some point the Buffalo Bills go safety. And I think it would be, I don't know. I think it would be earlier than later.
I've seen mocks where Malachi Starks has fallen, and I was looking at a little more film on Malachi. That guy's the real deal. He's the freaking real deal. Mm-hmm. Good size, good speed, super smart, rangy, can do it all. Like in the box, out the box, can cover. And and the reason I brought this up was I'm like, the Bills you could always count on the Bills in the defensive backfield because there were two players that always knew where to be, and they played off each other very well.
It's pretty much anchored this defense under Sean McDermott for the most part.
1,000%. And these two players really anchored down the defense, like you just said, for years. And we never really had to worry so much on the back end. Get after it because you knew that both our safeties were on top of it. In Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. And they've left. And our secondary was kind of middle of the pack. Right? We've never been a type of secondary that's middle of the pack. We've always been a top 10 secondary defense. And in this case, if you can find a way to get a safety, because defensive tackle is deep. I've seen who the Bills have been talking to. They've had visits with Ty Robinson. He's a late round draft guy. Huge, big boy, right? Omar Norman Lott. Some say he could be late in the second. You can get him, and he's a big time player as well. So TJ Sanders. So there's some big boys that the Bills are looking at. So is it crazy that the Bills could find Malachi Starks and say, you know what? You have Lamar Jackson, you got Pat Mahomes, you got Joe Burrow. You need a dog at the safety position. Now, I'm not saying he's Ed Reed per se. I'm not at all saying that at all, but like a guy that is dominant in the back end. So, and maybe losing those two big-time guys, you want a guy that's from a big-time program to come in and solidify that back end. It wouldn't shock me. Let's put it this way. It wouldn't shock me if Brandon Beane was like, yo, Malachi Starks to the Bills. And we're like, and we'd find a way to say, all right, I see what he's doing here. I see what he's doing. I mean, solidify the back end, put him in with either Cole Bishop or Taylor Rapp, and now you have a little something. When you look at the backfield right now, you're like, Cole Bishop, you're like, okay, I didn't see enough from Cole Bishop, so I guess we got to see. And then Taylor Rapp, if he stays healthy and he's not hurting his other guys, he's nice like that. So, but there's much to be desired in that safety position. So I would not be surprised if a guy like Malachi Starks was available, the Bills jump all over that. PVC fan says, what makes anyone feel comfortable whatsoever at our safety spot? Nothing. There shouldn't be anything that makes you feel super comfortable. So that's why the safety spot could be something that we.
I'll tell you what I like.
Tell me what you like.
So, say obviously that. I mean, it would be a fairy tale. Starks falls, man. I mean, you're taking him, but that's not happening. And then say Winston and Watts are gone. Bills have the 109th pick that they acquired from Chicago in round 4.
Yes, they did.
RJ Mickens out of Clemson in round 4 is probably where I'm taking safety. PFF had him with a 90 overall coverage grade last year. He ran a 4.5, and for whatever reason, I don't quite understand why he's not a bit higher up on the board than what he's currently at. He was projected to be like late, like 6th, 7th round. So he has gone up pretty significantly. I think that his combine helped out in that regard. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of value there. And as well as he played at Clemson too, and I always take this into consideration, like you're not playing slouches, man. Last year they played Georgia, SMU, Texas, South Carolina. I know Florida State had a down year, but with the ACC not being what it used to be, or it really never was anything, right. But with the ACC being what it is, the weakest of the Power 5, they still had a lot of really tough non-conference games against some really damn good teams. He balled out. I would love the possibility of round 4, if he's still there, I have a feeling he might not be, because I still feel like that 108 is a little late, or what is it, 109? Excuse me.
109. Yep.
But man, Rico, if we're on the clock and Mickens is sitting there at 109, I'm all in on that.
Listen, I am mad at that. I am mad at that at all. So I'm actually really pumped to jump into these mock drafts. So before we do, give it a thought, folks, in the chat. Safety. When you're doing your mock drafts, has Malachi Starks fallen to the 30 spot? And if he hasn't, did he fall close enough that you can trade up to see if you can get him? Because if he doesn't go in the first 11 to 12 picks, he can drop to in the 20s. And this is where we could potentially get a safety. Nick Eamon-Worry is one that I see as well. But Malachi Starks, I think, is the better prospect, in my opinion. But we'll go from there. Let me get some super chats in here. Get those out the way so we can not disrespect y'all and have your super chats just sit there. Let's go with the first one here. Obviously, Signify knows. What up, Sig?
What up, Sig?
Y'all gentlemen see Haley Steinfeld's new movie. First of all, it's not Haley Steinfeld's new movie. It is Ryan Coogler's movie. Have some respect.
I've heard of it. What is it? What's the movie?
Sinners. It's the vampire movie.
Oh, that's right. What's the early word on it?
The early word is sick. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 100%.
Stop it.
100%. So it's like a new aged kind of vampire movie, but it's like three movies in one. They're telling three different. I like those type of movies where it's not just like there's like so many little things going on that tie in. So you love to see it.
What's your favorite movie that's like that?
You ever see the movie Crash?
Oh my God, please don't tell me you like that movie.
I did not mind that movie. I did not mind Crash. Crash is nice. What are the movies that are like that? Kind of like.
I think Crash is the worst movie to ever win Best Picture ever.
Oh, you're a hater.
I'm big on, like you just mentioned, the Rotten Tomatoes. I'm a huge IMDb guy. I put a lot of stock into that.
I love it.
And I'm like, all right, Crash. I think it's got like an 8.5 Best Picture winner. That movie ended, and I said, I literally said, one of the only times I've ever sat there and I said, there's no way in hell this movie won Best Picture. I mean, I've seen bad movies, whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. So that's your favorite movie because I know what you're saying. That movie, that's like a puzzle piece. I get it. But that's your favorite one of those.
That came right to my mind. I'm sure there's others that I'm not thinking of right now. I don't know if you have one right now.
Easy. Memento. Christopher Nolan.
I have not seen Memento.
Oh, Rico, if you like those type of movies, I'm telling you, that's a movie you'll watch, and then you'll find yourself watching that movie again 6 months later, and you're going to watch it again and again. That is one of the best movies ever made. Early Christopher Nolan, way before Batman and Inception and Interstellar. That movie is a masterpiece, Rico. You got to check that out.
Signified is saying Memento is not that good. So he's hating on your movie prowess. So we'll see.
Signified. I'm seeing a lot of ball knowers in the comments right now. Nikki P, all up on it. Koala. Memento is fantastic, especially if you don't. The other thing, too, is it's really hard to go into it and not know what the deal is. So if you go into it not knowing what the deal is, well, I think the more I think about it, though, I'd still give Memento, but Fight Club's got to be up there too. That type of movie.
Yeah, Fight Club is interesting. I like Fight Club. Would you say that there's a lot of moving parts that kind of tie in? Would you say?
Well, once again, if you don't know the twist, then hell yeah, then definitely.
Pulp Fiction, definitely one that you're like, oh yeah, I like that. They tied it together. Tarantino did a great job with that. So Memento, I'll have to give it a try. I'll have to give it
it's a quick one too. I think Memento is like an hour 20. So like it's just a fun movie, man. There's nothing else like it. But those are my favorite type of movies where you just have no clue.
Shutter Island is nice.
Shutter Island's awesome.
I was a big fan of Shutter Island. That was a big one for me. And I used to be a big horror film guy.
Oh yeah.
I was huge into horror film.
What was your all-timer?
I was into the Paranormal Activity stuff, as well, and I got that kind of messed with my spirit. I was like, nah, no more. I'm done with that.
Oh, that guy.
It's when I got older. I started getting older, and I was like, nah, that's there's certain things you just don't need to invite in 2 years. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I just like I think I like a horror movie, like something that kind of gets me like ready to go. But I haven't watched some in a while because I've moved my genre of movie around. You know what I
Do
mean?
you
But
watch
anyway,
any of the A24? My favorite horror movie of all time. I don't even know if you could call it horror, but I think you could. Midsommar.
never seen it.
A24. It's another one of those type of movies we were just talking about.
Are you a movie guy? Are you a movie buff?
Not a buff, but I love a good movie, man. I love it. I'm more of a TV guy personally. I'm huge into TV, but I love a good movie. I won't sit and watch a movie for the sake of watching it, but that's why I'm a big IMDb guy. I'm the type of guy, Rico, that'll spend 4 hours researching the movie that would have just taken an hour to watch it and see if I liked it or not. I do that all the time.
You need to know about the movie before you watch it.
I need to get a vibe on whether I'd like it. I don't want to know what happens in it. I need to get a vibe as to whether or not I'd like it. Yes, I read a ton of stuff. Yes.
I'm the opposite. Tell me the title of the movie. Tell me nothing about it. Let me just watch it. Say nothing to me. I don't want to read up on it. I don't want to know who's in it. Just let me watch. Done.
Yes. And Midsommar is one of those movies.
Okay.
What's her name? Puig. Is that her name? Signified's a hater, man. Signified is a hater. Ever since the whole Lamar thing, I can't even take this seriously anymore. I can't even. How in the hell, Signified? Give me a good movie then, please. Please.
Yeah, PVC fan, man. I try, and what pisses me off too is like watching a trailer, and the trailer just pretty much gave you the whole freaking movie. You're like, thank you, I already got it done. I don't want nothing to do with that. A true trailer that gives me just a couple pieces that kind of like, okay, I'm with you. Let me rock. Like They did a great job with Sinners. That trailer for Sinners, great job. Definitely gonna want you want to watch that for sure.
I knew Signified was going to say Hereditary. Hereditary is one of the worst movies of all time. Everyone tries to say Hereditary is the scariest movie ever made. It is a joke. That movie, Signified, I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. Because if you don't like everyone who doesn't like Midsommar loves Hereditary for some reason.
Never.
And I was told Hereditary was the scariest movie anyone's ever seen.
I think the last scary movie that I saw that I liked a lot was Insidious. Insidious was
scary.
That's my type of movie, like Insidious. And I was like, okay, this I can F with this. So it's all over the place. But then there's some movies out there that are like, come on, fam, like what are we doing here? Like Fast and Furious is still going. I was like, what? Y'all kidding me?
And can you even blame them? They make like $400 million a pop on them. Like it's unbelievable.
Listen, you got to give it to them, and I'll still watch it. See, Big Pop says Insidious aren't scary. Is it Scary Con? Aren't Scary Con? Is that what he's trying to say there? If you told me it's not scary, Insidious was scary, man. It was scary.
Yeah.
And it depends on what vibe you're in and how you go into watching a movie. I went into Insidious not knowing anything about it. Just let me watch it. And I was like, ooh, got me.
No, that one's definitely different. I also like I get more scared of thriller. That's why I love thrillers. Because I get more scared of the realistic situations, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. But I will say this. Listen, I didn't know you were that big into movies because I used to be Conjuring, any of that type of stuff, like that type of stuff. I said, nah, I'm good. I ain't watching that. But I'm kind of off that now. So it is what it is. Now I'm just
what I'm the most terrified of, to be honest with you, is a really, 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 really sad movie. The most messed up. I'm terrified of it. I hate getting really sad. Like not in a happy sad, like Silver Linings Playbook to me. Silver Linings Playbook to me, it was the only movie I ever cried happy tears. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen. Marley and Me, bang on, Signify. We're back on the same page. You can't watch Marley and Me if you have a soul and not cry. My Mother, Green Mile, another one, big time. Big. I mean, how do you not cry at Green Mile?
It's a tearjerker. I'll tell you this one.
Yes.
What was the one where Kevin Costner was like, y'all go without me, he's in space.
Interstellar?
No, way before that. Way before that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I think it was Kevin Costner. Or was it Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis.
Sixth Sense?
No, they went to space. And it was
Bruce Willis went to space? I don't know that one.
Come on, guys. Tell me which one it is. And then he kind of lets them go. Don't want to close your eyes. There was the soundtrack was
And I don't want to miss a thing. That?
Armageddon.
Oh, I don't know it.
I beg your pardon?
I haven't seen Armageddon.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Armageddon.
All right, so that's on my list.
That had me dusty a little bit. I was like, oh boy. Oh boy.
Dude,
oh boy.
My mother,
I knew the soundtrack, and then that's what made everybody get it. Crazy.
There was two things growing up that I'm still traumatized to this day over. And it's sad things. It's not scary things. And they were both innocent by my mother, just both like innocent approaches that I still am scarred over. Two things. One's a book, one's a movie. My mom took me because she had read the book. I was probably 10, 11. She took me to the theaters with her because she wanted to see it. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. I wouldn't watch that movie again if you put me in a straitjacket and locked me in a room. You would have to literally pry my eyes open with like screws to watch that movie again. That's how traumatized I was by that movie. It was the saddest I've ever felt over something that wasn't personally attached to me.
What was the movie called?
The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Never heard of it.
It's about a young kid whose dad is a general in the Nazi army. And he lives on the other side of the fence of Auschwitz and becomes friends with a little boy who is in the concentration camp. I'm crying just talking about it.
You're about to tear up.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not, dude. I never, in the ending of that movie is the most haunting, like 15 seconds I've ever seen in any like media ever.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yes. And then there was a book. Look this up. I guarantee you've never heard of it. I'll never forget it as long as I live. It's called The Little Match Girl. The Little Match Girl. This book was probably 15 to 20 pages, if that. You want to know what the subject matter of this book was? It was about a girl that was probably 7 or 8 years old. And her job, they were so poor, the family was so poor, her job was to go out on the street and sell matches to people on the street.
Okay.
And throughout the book, she's selling them and she's getting warmer and warmer. And I hate to spoil this book for you, everybody, but the reason she was getting warmer is because she froze to death on the side of the road, and the warmth was her passing on to heaven. It is the most whoever thought of this, and it's kind of like geared towards kids because it's only 20 pages or so, and it's got a lot of pictures in it. Dude, I'll never forget it as long as I live, ever. Like if I was being bad, my mom would honestly pull that book out and be like, we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it.
And it's called The Match Girl.
The Little Match Girl.
I gotta. And this is a book and a movie.
No, just a book. If that was a movie, I mean, it would be a short and it would be the most depressing thing you've ever seen. I still can't believe somebody could think of that. I can still see the picture. It was like a picture book, and she's in a blanket on the side of the road selling matches, and she freezes to death.
I will tell you this. There was I don't know how, like, there's some movies where you're like, okay, I watched this movie. How did someone come up with the concept of this movie? How did they get to this? And what drugs were they smoking to?
Oh yeah,
to come up with such a movie. I'll tell you one last movie before we get back into football. I think it's called it's with Will Ferrell, and it's the most serious movie I've ever seen him play in. It was something about Stranger Than Fiction. I think it's called Stranger Than Fiction. Different movie. It was about an author that she's writing this book, but he's living out what she's writing in the book, and then they start kind of communicating, and it's super interesting.
That sounds cool. It's Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, one of the most serious movies I've ever seen him play in, and it was actually, but he's funny because it's who he is, but he's not supposed to be funny. He's dead serious. Stranger Than Fiction. Really good. By
the way, my mom just texted me to clarify. So I got it twisted. She didn't threaten to read it to me if I was in trouble. Now I remember. My sister.
She's like, stop making me look bad. This is what your mom's saying.
She wants to make my sister look bad. My sister used to sit outside of my door and read it to piss me off. And she was probably like 7 at the time. Actually, probably younger. She was probably like 5. So she would sit outside the door and read it because she knew it traumatized me.
Love it.
Unbelievable.
I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. But folks, I don't know how we got into the movies, but
I don't either.
This is a Friday night. Friday night. It's not always about football. Sometimes we got to deviate and get into other stuff, and then guess what? We're right back to football, just like that. Thanks for bringing me into that, because there's a couple movies that I've seen in this chat that I'm really interested in. If there are more movies that you think that we should watch, by the way, I am all for it. I'm always trying to watch a little movie with the wife. She does not do scary. She only does like the rom-coms and maybe like a murder mystery, but nothing else, because she doesn't like suspense. She doesn't any like. So if you guys have any good ones, let me know.
Well, Papa Bill brought up a deep cut, by the way. House of Max. That you want to talk about Twisted? Oh yeah.
House of Wax was a good one. That was a twisted one. House of Max was good. Laura, anytime that we can kind of deviate, why not? Why not do that?
Why not?
Why not, man? Watch the True Romance. You won't regret it.
True Romance.
All right, I'll look it up. Shall we get into some mock drafts, sir?
We shall. Let's start with the PFF one. Then we're going to do the PFN. From what I've done, they're significantly different. And I will say I always make out like a bandit on PFF, it feels like. On PFN, not so much. So let's compare the two. That's what I'm looking forward to doing here mostly, especially with you, so we can put our brains together. Hopefully that'll form one actual brain.
As you set that up on your side, Crazy Stupid Love is actually one of my favorites.
So good.
So funny. Steve Carell is too good. That movie was great.
So good.
I can just see what's this. Don't ever do that again. It's too funny.
And I didn't know the twist either, and that got me good at the end.
That was good. That was super great. Super great. Any movies that you guys have? Let's get into it. Who's the guy that he was married to Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck had a movie. I think it was like where it was such a suspenseful movie.
Gone
Girl.
So good.
Ben Affleck,
so good.
Legit.
Ben Affleck, people shit on him. The Town, incredible. The Accountant, awesome. Gone Girl, fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What more do you want?
Classic. The Warriors, boom, 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 come out and play. Oh,
yeah, that's an old. That's a deep one.
Love it. Love it.
One more quick one that most people haven't seen, or maybe they have, but you don't hear talked about a lot. That's really unique. I also love Jennifer Lawrence. She's probably my favorite actress. Mother, it's called Mother. Jennifer Lawrence. She's a great actress, by the way. Papa Bill says he kind of likes these type of impromptu type conversations. He says, can we please have a casual kickback non-football stream after the draft? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Friday night on the BF YouTube channel, baby.
Listen, that's my type of vibe, where it's not just strictly football. We can I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you. These type of streams are what I enjoy most, because it allows me to and myself and Z-Bot get to know who you guys are, right? We built relationships with people. I mean, my girl Laura's in this chat all day, every day, and she's laughing at certain things. We're laughing. Signify knows it's getting on our butt. Walter's always on our ass. And when we do meet you guys in person, which has happened before, it's like we've known each other for years. That's what I enjoy most about these. It's not informal. It's not formal. It feels very informal. If I were to meet Namdi the next day, you know what I mean? It'd be straight daps and let's go get something to eat. You feel me? So it'd be great.
No doubt.
It'd be great.
I met Bartek at this just to give you an example of the informal aspect of it. Met up at Bills Jets last year, and Bartek brought me a bunch of Polish food, including at the tailgate, jar of pickles.
Why not? I
mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. It's the best. And that's why you got the best.
I would have felt awful, because if he brought me a jar of pickles, I would have said, no mass.
Oh, I'm all in. Not a pickle guy, huh?
I'm not a veggie guy. No veggies for me, man.
None at all.
Meat and carbs. Maybe a couple onions here. Maybe some really cooked peppers. But that's about it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm doing it. Don't bring me. Don't bring
me.
But
it's always good to have someone like you around, though, because when you go get the burgers or whatever, you're the designated pickle guy. I can just take your pickle.
Oh, absolutely. Pause. But yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
Take the pickle all day.
Yeah. See, Caroline and I are both big into the pickle, so that's not on the table for us. So we can't be taking it off the plate, which is unfortunate.
No doubt about it.
But I probably eat a jar of pickles a week.
You're like my daughter. My daughter loves pickles, man. It's gross. It looks fun
only
to eat.
Dill. Only dill. I refuse to eat a sweet pickle.
It looks very fun to eat. It's crunchy. Oh, yeah. It looks exciting. And eating a salad looks very, very fun. Looks like you just, having a good time. It's light. Just can't do it.
I'm with you. I can only do a Caesar salad or a buffalo chicken salad. That's about it.
We'll go
for
All
right.
You.
What do you say, Rico? Let's do it. Are we hitting it with the turbo? As always, we go in turbo mode?
You like turbo mode. Let's go turbo.
All right, let's go turbo, and then we'll see what the potential is. Turbo essentially means we're not trading up, by the way.
Matt Phibbs said he was going to leave, and then because he didn't like that we were getting into the movie talk, and then I said, hold on, Matt, we're coming back, bro. And guess what? Matt is back. Welcome back, Matt.
And Matty Phibbs says his wife is also named Caroline, so he's got great taste in women.
Caroline. Is Caroline asleep right now?
So, yeah, well, no, she was over here. She texted me. She goes, how much longer is it going to be? I go, it's going to be a minute. So she went upstairs.
Gotta love it.
And I looked over, and she had a face mask on. It scared the shit out of me because I didn't know she put that on. One of the really, bright white ones.
Yeah. I got you.
Terrifying.
How long are you going to be? I'm tired. It's going to be a minute.
She heard me talking about movies, and I think she got the idea that this wasn't ending anytime soon. So she said, I'm out.
I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this with you today.
Oh, man. All right, let's hop into it. Let's see what the board has for us on PFF. As mentioned, we're going to do the PFF first, then the PFN. I'm going to compare the two. Let's give it a rip. I got all 7 picks up here for us. Turbo mode.
Hold that thought. Let's get some super chats in. Let's get that.
Oh, yes, please.
So Jason Miller, what's up, Jace? I hope you're still in the chat, Jason. Jason says, I trust Trey off the bench in a pinch over anyone else on the roster. Still believes we get our CB2 with our first or our second picks.
I'm with you, Jay. Big time.
All right. White Town Kings, what up, man? He goes, Trey White winning in the number 2 cornerback spot means bad for the Bills. Trey White can't run anymore, and the Bills need to play more man coverage in big games. Ooh, that's a great point. That's a damn good point.
I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, right? It's just I compare it to the Jim Boeheim zone. It's just they don't leave it. They don't leave it.
At one point, you're going to have to leave it at one point. Jason says they brought in Bradbury in first, then went to Trey. I look at this as they wanted an inexpensive vet cornerback on the roster, no impact on the draft. Okay. I mean, he says no impact, man. They're going to go early corner. I guess we'll see. Richie Fresh says, boys, happy Friday. Just want to come in and say hi. 6 days from now, if I hear the Buffalo Bills have traded the 30th pick to Kansas City, he's going to die. I don't know, man. Kansas City's picking at 32. I mean, I could definitely see them doing it.
What are your thoughts on Kansas City getting Amari and Hampton at 31?
Amari and Hampton, they're saying is a damn good back and a game changer of a back. In the mock draft, Amari and Hampton went to the Chargers.
I love that pick. I thought you said that he went to Denver. Oh,
no, that was
Genty went to Denver. Dude, I'll tell you what, if Denver was able to pull that off, all of a sudden I look at them differently. If they have Genty back there, I mean, I'm looking at them real different.
Buddy, that would be something else. And Sean Payton would definitely run that damn rock.
Oh,
surely. Let's see what do we got here. But Omari and Hampton to the Kansas City Chiefs. No reason why. That's the reason why you want to make sure you shore up that defensive tackle position for the Bills. Richie says, respectfully, Trey White is a nostalgic move, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm with you. It is definitely a nostalgic move. I don't think there's definitely nostalgia in there. But for the love of God, you need your background back. Well,
I miss it every day.
I'm sure he does. Where are your little trinkets?
So the one I have, my mom will be happy. I have my Z-Bot Bills robot statue, but it's behind a bunch of stuff over here. All of my trinkets are in my brother-in-law's basement. And I say a little prayer every night that they don't get mold or mildew or whatever on them. I'm praying.
Yeah, well, I'm praying for you too, brother. For both of you, if you trade up from 30, what player is it for you? Well, NVM Mafia, we are about to find out shortly. So stay tuned, my brother. Stay tuned. And lastly, Papa Bill says Wrong Turn series. Oh, man. Wrong Turn series was great. Was absolutely great. If you haven't seen Wrong Turn, but I think
those type of movies get me because they're real. Like that you know what I mean? Like that could totally happen.
buddy, some backwood area. You're kidding me? Yo, that's craziness.
That's why growing up, the movie The Strangers scared the shit out of me, because the idea of a home invasion to me might be the scariest thing that could possibly happen, and that movie terrifies me.
No question about it. That's good. Strangers, definitely a good one. But yeah, man, let's roll. Let's see what we're working with.
All right, let's do it. Should
now,
I start?
How likely are you? Wait, let me see if I can put us on the bottom so we can actually get a better.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Just hide that.
Yeah. Get that banner out the way. Can you guys see that much better? If you can, let us know. By the way, for those that are tuned
bigger, let's see.
Yeah, try to make it bigger. Yeah, that a boy. For those that are tuned in, by the way, shout out to everyone that's tuned in right now. YouTube, Twitter, what's good? What's happening, everybody? Welcome. And if you're following on Twitter, do us a favor. Go ahead and retweet that. And if on YouTube, yo, salute to you guys. Hit that smash like. Do it now. Come back in. We're about to get this mock draft going. We might get a couple in, and we go from there, man. We go from there. I'm excited to see what takes place.
Love it.
We get into this.
1200 rocking with us live right now on a Friday night. About to tap in on some mock drafts. I can't believe we're less than a week out. I'm very excited.
Crazy. And then we get the dead period. Love it.
The only thing I like about the dead period, and you and I have always been on the same page here. I love talking about the guys that I know are a Bill. I can't stand talking about the guys that hypothetically, maybe, very unlikely could be a Bill. So that's what I look forward to, is looking into the guys the Bills end up taking. That's what I love about the process.
I'll tell you this, what I hate about the process is me finding a draft sweetheart and the sweetheart goes somewhere else. And you're like, oh,
we know you don't forget it either.
Listen, I don't forget it. I don't fall in love quickly, but when I do, I fall hard. I fall hard. And then you become the fan of that player and you follow that player. And then when they have to be part of another team, you have to not like them. It's tough. It's tough to do. So I haven't found a draft sweetheart, which I'm very glad. So that's
good. That's good, because there's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yes.
We're about to find out which fish we end up putting on the line. The Buffalo Bills. Do you want to go slower in the first round, potentially, Trav, or
I like slow in the first round. Just, you know what I mean? Okay. Just to kind of see where things are coming.
Right. You ready to rock?
Let's roll.
Let's do it. I always am interested to see where Shadur goes. See, he didn't go to the Giants on PFF. Sometimes oh, wow, look at that. Jets. See, you know what?
I hate that. Restart it.
You want me to restart it?
I hate when they get him to go to the Jets. It's dumb.
I love it so much.
It's dumb. Stop it. Like, is this PFF or PFN?
PFF.
PFF should know better. Like, is there a way we can make it realistic? Is there a setting that we can say, make this shit realistic?
Well, I already have it. So you want me to put it on like all the way less random?
Yeah. Hopefully it changes everything. Like, don't make it random. Make it like official. Like, what will the team do? Like, the AI in this should be way better.
No, I agree. I'm telling you, 99% of the time I do this, I'm like, man, there's just no way this is going to happen.
Every time I see Shedeur Sanders go there, I get annoyed. That's why I prefer PFN over PFF, believe it or not. I find that PFN is a lot more realistic.
Yeah, we're about to find out. We're going to compare them.
And I hope this is accurate.
Me too. Let's do it. Let me slow it down. Okay. See, there he goes to the Giants.
There you go. That makes more sense. Here we go. Asagenti. Okay. All right. This is making sense. Pause it right there. So Will Matthew Golden to the Colts, Will Johnson to the Dolphins, and no trades. So everybody's looking the same. All right.
You know what I hate the most about the PFF simulator? Why can I not look at the board while I'm not on the clock?
So annoying. Like they got to be better. They got to get better.
It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, you got to get better. Super annoying.
All right.
Mike Green. What's good? Kenneth Grant. Man, Kenneth Grant went that early, huh? Interesting.
You know what I'm noticing right here? We go. Nope, never mind.
Kenneth Broncos.
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Yeah, he went early.
Okay.
Malachi Starks
is gone. Nolan's gone now as well. Minnesota.
So this, how interesting is that? Like, you got Minnesota that needs picks, and they went ahead and drafted. They're gonna trade out of that. They're absolutely gonna trade out of that. I would not be surprised if the Bills traded up to the Vikings spot.
Well,
realistically, if they trade up,
Minnesota has what, like
4 picks?
4 picks. Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I'm noticing right now, and I think it's going to last? Luther Burden is still on the board.
Hey.
Rams are on the clock at 26. Let's keep it rolling.
Luther Burden, gone right here.
Oh, man, there he is.
Well, I'm certainly not looking at that receiver spot, so don't even bother.
Why are we not looking at it? Take a peek at this. I just want you to see. We're not early enough in the second to take one of these second day guys. And then all of a sudden, once you get past the top of the second round, like, it just kind of tanks off. Mm-hmm. This is a whole different category of receiver. Whole different category than anything you're going to be able to get your hands on the whole rest of the draft. So we'll take a peek right now. Here's the board. So we have any corner that you could possibly want outside of Barron on the board.
Yep.
Burden on the board. Mm-hmm. Now let's take a look at your interior D lineman.
Yes, please do.
Harmon's there. Tyleek is there.
Yep.
So you're Tyleek here all day.
In this case, let's take a look at the yeah. No, I don't need to look anywhere else. Tyleek is my pick right here. It's between Tyleek and Harmon. Those are the two that I think the Bills should absolutely be looking at. But in this case, I'm taking Tyleek Williams, 100%.
Why do you favor him over Derek Harmon?
I favor Tyleek because he's got a bigger pass rush bag. I don't need you just to stop the run, but I need you to also be able to get after the quarterback as well. He's got a bigger pass rush bag than Derek Harmon. They're both injury-free, so they're not an injury-prone type player. I like the game. I guess I don't want to call it patience, but the not swayed. Harmon is not swayed by the dumb stuff. You're never going to get him out of position. He's always going to be in position, right where he's supposed to be and doing his job. But if I need a little bit more dynamic, I need a little more athleticism. Give me the big man.
But Harmon's a significantly better pass rusher. They're saying Tyreek isn't even going to be considered a guy that's going to be getting after the quarterback.
I beg to differ because he's got a big time motor, and Harmon does not. Harmon is not a motor guy. Tyreek is.
So you disagree with this? His lack of pass rush production makes nose tackle his best projection, likely as a day 2 selection.
I watched the film, bro. He can get after it. He can definitely get after it.
So PFF has his pass rush grade at a 59.8. They have Harmon's at an 86 with a true pass grade of 91.2.
That's high. That's super high. I like the upside of Tyreek over Harmon. But either way is great. So if I'm gonna pick one, I would go with Tyreek here. I've fallen a little bit more for Tyreek. Harmon they're like 1A, 1B for me.
See, so this is where I look. All of these teams are looking to trade up. This is where I look because right now you have Shadur gone.
Yep.
But this would be the scenario where I would think maybe a team, because it's really going to come down. It feels like if Milroe or Dart doesn't go to LA, like you're hearing him being mocked to, it's going to come down. Well, not in this scenario, I guess. It's irrelevant in this draft because the Giants took Shadur at 3. I don't think the Giants are taking Shadur at 3. So in real life, if this plays out, I think it's going to come down to Cleveland or the Giants trying to beat each other out for a quarterback. Mm-hmm. And that's where I see the value in the Bills trading with one of those two teams. So Cleveland's got 33 and 67, and the Giants have 34 and 65.
So people are saying we should definitely go with Harmon over Tyreek.
I agree.
I don't mind it. I'm good with the either or, to be very honest with you. I like both. So
let me get Pat's opinion on Luther Burden here, because once again, like I said, if you want a receiver and this guy falls to you, you still can get the other areas of need defensively in the second round, package up those late 5th rounders to move up even further and add more. You're not going to come close to another guy with this type of ceiling. The guy can do everything, and that's exactly what the Bills are looking for. And I just feel like if you're in a world where this happens to land in your lap, I feel like there's got to be some consideration to strike on it while also knowing that whatever you would do defensively here in the first round might not be as top end in the second round, but you're not going to sniff what Burden's going to give you anywhere else moving on into the draft. I'm just interested to see what the chat's thinking on the idea of this happening.
The chat is not even looking at Luther Burden. They're not even talking about Luther Burden. I will say this, though. I was on Chat GPT.
You love the GPT.
I like to get the opinions of the GPT and what AI is thinking, and right. And the NFL, actually, NFL.com has this IQ. I don't know if you've seen it, but they've got it. It's a predictor.
Oh, I did. That's really cool. I was using it the other day. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Anyway, I asked GPT and Copilot, which is the better prospect if I were to go and name me the three strong traits and weak traits about both the prospects, Harmon and Tyreek. Take a guess of who they said the Bills should draft based on what the Bills draft needs are.
Out of those two guys, or just in general?
Out of those two guys specifically.
I'm guessing the way I'm getting a vibe. They said Tyreek.
Tyreek Williams is both. They said it was really tough. They loved what Harmon does. Harmon's 55 FBS led the league in FBS pressures, but he's not a finisher. We already have one of those guys in Ed Oliver. I can't have two guys I can't finish. Can't do it. You know what I mean?
You're basically getting Tyreek to rev up the run D. Is that how you're seeing it?
Absolutely. Because
that's what you're trying to do.
We got Greg Rousseau. We have that. That is my first priority. But he's athletic enough to get on his horse and get after it. So I'm big on that, man. But I like Harmon. Harmon is good too. So
Listen, I like Harmon too. I'll be honest. If I'm being here, and I'm not going to do it to you, but if I'm being here, I think I'm taking Burden. And I'm dying to see. I'm going to be watching him awfully closely. Once we get to around.
Okay, but give me 2 good reasons. I just need 2. Give me 2 good reasons you would take Burden in this position.
So
I'm curious about that.
So I got a couple reasons. One, he shouldn't be available here at 30. For the majority of these scenarios that you see play out, he's rarely ever there. 2, I go back to what I've been saying all night here. I think once you pass on it, especially with the idea in mind that you had the opportunity to take him, once you pass on him, you're not going to find a receiver later on in the draft that I think is going to be able to contribute to the level that Burden will instantly. When we look at the Bills, wide receiver is considered to be a luxury for some reason because Josh Allen is the quarterback. If this team was quarterbacked by any other player, then Burden would be the instant pick here. We're only writing it off because Allen is the quarterback. I mean, if you think about it, if anybody else was quarterbacking this team, you would be taking Burden here without even thinking twice about it. So I look at the 2 picks you have in the second round, and you're likely going to be using those on defense. And I think that what's available in the second round at either corner, safety, or tackle, it might not be Harmon or Tyleek, but I think that you're going to get contributions that are more beneficial to the defense than you will a wide receiver in the second or third round being more beneficial to the offense. I just think that there's more value in the depth in this draft defensively than there is at the wide receiver position. And if you have the chance to get a top guy while still being able to get those D guys later on, I just feel like there's not going to be another opportunity to get a wide receiver. And when we look at it, how it currently stands, I mean, we're once again, we're banking on Coleman off of an injury to explode. That's what it is right now. It's Khalil Shakir doing his thing. And it's the same conversation we've been having for years now outside of Coleman. It's, well, this is the year Dalton Kincaid's going to explode. And now we've parlayed that with, well, Coleman's going to explode too. And then, we're just going to hope that Josh Allen is the MVP again. So I think the best way to frame it is if you look at this team, with any other guy at quarterback, Burden would be the instant pick. So are we too quick to write it off just simply based on Josh will take care of it?
I think you should get off drugs. That's what I think. I think you're on drugs. I think you should lay off. I think get help, because Luther Burden to the Bills at 30 is absolutely insane when there's some great quality picks late in the late rounds. So lay off the drugs. That's what I'm saying.
You think it's so bad that it is a drug-induced pick at 30?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You just gave money to Khalil Shakir, which is your primary slot receiver. So you bring in Luther Burden, which is a slot receiver. So what the heck are you going to do with Khalil Shakir? And you paid him. So you're going to constantly be going 4 receiver wides. You just got Josh Palmer. You have Keon Coleman. You got Khalil Shakir. And then you want to bring in Luther Burden in the first round. Get off the drugs.
I'm not saying it's a lock. I'm saying
I know you're not. I know you're not. You're
it.
giving it some thought. You're giving it some thought. I understand that. And what you should be doing when that bubble thought came up, what you should have done was grab the needle and popped it immediately.
The point you're making that's the most sound one, obviously, is the fact that he's more slot than anything. He is slot, and that's
100%
what our best receiver specializes in. I get that. But to me, once again, if everything's based around Allen, then what's the problem with having 2 guys running around like rabid dogs in the middle of the field, allowing potentially the outside for Kincaid and Coleman to open up more easily? I mean, we saw the impact of just having Amari Cooper on the field, on the team last year. This idea, I think, of getting a guy who's graded to be what is it? What does PFF have him here? The 15th overall prospect in the draft. You know, I mean, the Bills fans coming in here saying you want to rely on a rookie here because you can't rely on a second, third year player. That's what we did last year. And we're in the same boat again this year. Same exact boat.
Listen, this is where I'll say, okay, maybe the drugs you're taking maybe ain't so bad. And I'll tell you why. By the way, Richie says, thinking that way, we have Allen, hasn't exactly got us to a Super Bowl appearance. With that mindset, if Burden is there, grab him. Why rely on 17 so much? Which brings me to this point, which I'm going to give you a little bit of grace. Sometimes you just have to have all the weapons in the world that can get you plays and get you over the hump. Sometimes get all the defense pieces you want. You have to be able to score more than Kansas City. And if you can't rely on these players to get open and get the job done, fam, like we're going to be back at the same spot. So if there is if he is the playmaker that you think he is, and he will help this offense, go ahead and do that. But then you have to deal with the repercussions of having a very expensive slot receiver that's playing backup, right? And he excels more in the slot than he does at wide. So then you're in a predicament. But that's why we're not the GMs, and that's why we got it.
I'm saying is I'd be interested to see the conversations in the war room at One Bills Drive if this ended up being, a situation. But we've sat on this pick for damn near 25 minutes. Let's go with Derek Harmon because I'm fine with it. I'm not sitting here saying
I'm fine with it too.
By God, we need Bird. All I'm saying, I'm just interested to get people's thoughts because I think it's rare that he'd be there. And then you have to consider, all right, what's wide receiver looking like the rest of the draft? But I'm in agreement with you here. Harmon, let's lock it in. Now, but you would have taken Tyleek, and I do get it for the rush defense reasons, but I like Harmon there.
I don't mind Harmon either. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Harmon whatsoever. The truth be told, I was selling myself more on Tyleek. Yesterday, had Harmon been available, I would have probably took Harmon in that draft. I had them as 1A, 1B, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't mind it at all. So where are we at now?
So we're at 43. The reason why I paused is because all those top corners are still on the board. Amos on the board. Morrison on the board. Literally all four guys I spoke on earlier are available currently. As you can see on here, once we get to Miami and Arizona, they're going to be gone. That's why if the Bills are going to trade up and this plays out the way it has so far, I think that Indy could be the spot to do it. Because
who do you want to grab if you trade up?
Yeah, so if we trade up, I would go Amos here. He's still on the board. There's scenarios, obviously, where the Bills take him in the first.
Who are your defensive ends?
See, that's the problem. You can't even look at who's available right now. I hate that.
I'm sure there's a way.
There isn't. I'm telling you, if there's a way, I'd love to know. I would love to know. I have been bitching about this for weeks.
No. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
Chat, let me know.
There's got to be a way.
I can't fathom how it's not a thing.
So, there's got to be. No way. So if you go to your picks,
that's it.
That's all there is.
You cannot look at the board.
Please tell me there's a way to look at the board. Please.
I'm telling you, dude. I have been ranting about this to myself, by the way, really.
Of course.
Basically, I'll just sit here doing this and I'll just say to myself, there's no, like you were just doing, there's no way, right? How am I supposed to make a trade when I don't even know who the hell I'm trading for?
This is wild.
They have this awesome, this is what sucks. So PFN is more realistic. The layout's terrible. It's awful.
I mean,
PFF's layout's amazing, but
I bet if you click select player, then I think you can look at the board then.
No, this is picking a player off of San Fran to trade for.
That's wild.
Like if I click this, you can't see it on your end for some reason, but like Brock Purdy
fine.
pops up and whatever.
You're kidding. Oh no, that's awful.
All right, I'm gonna hit play on this and see if we get down to Indy and what happens with the corner situation. Oh, okay. So Thomas went to San Fran, so he was still on the board.
Thomas,
your boy
Thomas
Jackson's gone out of Arkansas. He just went to Dallas.
Landon's gone. All right, that's cool.
So I just want to see what this would look like.
Who are you targeting here? You want
Amos.
Amos might be there. You might not even have to trade up for him.
He will not be there at 56.
Atlanta, you got Cardinals. The Dolphins will probably get a safety, so they don't need a corner because they already got their corner. The Bengals probably will get a corner.
I think Miami takes a corner. I think Arizona takes
they already grabbed the corner. They already grabbed the corner. They're going to grab
Miami did. You're right. Okay. So Arizona,
Bengals,
Green Bay, potentially.
I think you might be safe.
Amos is not going to be there at 56.
You don't think so?
I guarantee it. But I do think that we could potentially get, now the risk here, I think we could get Revel or we could get Morrison. So
either one's good with me.
All right, let's roll the dice. Let's just keep going. Let's go to 56.
Right there too, probably.
Amos just left.
Gone.
See, this is where run here. So Amos gone.
Yep.
Harrison gone, but we still have Revel on the board, and we still have Morrison on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Revel. Oh, there goes Revel to Tampa. So it's going to be Morrison unless Green Bay takes him.
And you're sick of Morrison. Seems like you don't.
No, I like Morrison a lot. It's just he's
always the guy available.
He's always the guy available, and he's coming off surgery.
Now, do you prefer Amos over Morrison and Revel?
Well, I think that just for the simple fact that you're not dealing with the surgery coming in, there's not as much of a gamble there.
Yeah, but there's your boy Trey White's back, so that should be fine.
You're right. In fact, I think we should just end the draft and Trey White's already locked up at least a trip to the Super Bowl. At least we're going there.
Shut it all down.
What do you like in here as you look at the board? Obviously Morrison's there. Kevin Winston, the safety, there.
By the way, Channing liked the fact that you wanted to trade for Amos. He liked it.
Yeah, I think that because, like I said, as soon as we didn't, we saw 1, 2, 3 corners go within that 11 pick period. I genuinely could see the Bills doing exactly what we just did. I could really see them taking Harmon at 30,
right,
watching this play out, and then jump to Indy and getting Amos. But it also depends on how they view these other guys. Either way, though, whether it was Amos, here's the moral of the story. Whether you're higher on Amos or Revel or Hairston, they all left. All of them are gone. You see what I'm saying? If you trade up with Indy, no matter who you like, you're getting who you like.
True. So the next one we do, it looks like we got to trade with. How about we restart it, and we'll go with Amos. But you got to trade with Indy.
I mean, I'm fine with taking Morrison here. I just don't think he's going to be here in realistically.
What do you give up, especially in the second round? How many? You just give him 1/4?
I feel like they. I don't know. I mean, you do have, what do you have? 3? What do we have? 4/5?
We have 2/4 and 3/5.
3/5. I don't know, but either way, you could easily get it done, I would imagine.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep rolling. So who do you want to take here? What are you thinking?
So this is our third pick now?
Second pick.
Oh, this is our second pick. Well, I was going to go with an edge. And
take a look.
Can't even...
Ivy's still there. Josiah Stewart, I mean, I'm in on that. You know who's also insane? I don't know if you've looked into Elijah Roberts at all.
I have not.
This dude.
Real deal?
beast. Look at these numbers. So
Solid.
crazy pass rush. Damn good on the in the run department as well. Just a big dude though. Look at the size at edge, Rico. 6'4", 295 at edge. That's damn near a D lineman. Harmon's like 6'3", 310. So you're getting edge mobility and presence. He's a freak.
Let me ask the chat. Do you like corner here, or would you go edge? And if you do corner, are you in on Morrison, or do you feel Morrison could be available with our 62nd pick, and we can grab ourselves an edge player right now?
I think you're going to be able to get Femi, Ivy, or Stewart at 62. I think that potentially you're losing out on Morrison here because, as you can see, kind of dips.
Channing says he likes the edge at 56, and then we can jump back for 62 on Morrison. I think we can get Morrison at 62.
I'm seeing Morrison.
But Namdi's like, get Morrison right now. Let's not play games. We already lost out on the other guys. Quick play. Corner. Got to be Morrison.
And Morrison it is at 56.
Right, let's roll.
Let's go to 62. Now this is where we're looking at the edge. And let's take a peek at what we got lined up for us. And I'll take Josiah Stewart here, Rico, if you're in, out of Michigan.
I don't know much about Josiah. I haven't really looked into Josiah. By the way, shout out to Channing Hill. Channing Hill's been sending me some gems by email. Channing, don't think I ignored you, brother. I love what you're sending me, bro. So if you got more, always send me your mocks. And by the way, if you guys want to send me your mocks by email, go ahead and send that to me, ronrico9@gmail.com. I love looking at them.
So
Josiah Stewart, huh?
So he is a smaller guy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know, but you got to like this. You got to like this. Look at the true pass rush grade. Mind you, once again, this is in the Big Ten. And despite the size deficiencies, you can't tell, essentially. But I do understand the concern there. I think that's probably why he's down as low as he is. On the other end of things, you got Elijah Roberts, who's like 80 pounds heavier than him, which is crazy. And then you got Femi here out of UCLA as well. Also consideration here for me is Kevin Winston at safety. But I do feel like the way that this is going so far, I feel like out of all of the areas that you might be, I don't know. I feel like edge is, if you don't go round 2 here.
6'1" is just too small for me, man.
I
need my lineman to be imposing. 6'1" ain't doing it for me. Gives me Ed Oliver vibes. Not interested.
What are your thoughts on either Aladejo, Roberts, Kennard out of South Carolina, or are you thinking something else here entirely?
Well, what? Listen, this might be a bit of a reach, but like I'm looking at the safety position too, though.
I'm in on this.
I'm really listen. Why not?
I'm in.
Why not safety?
I just didn't think you'd be down with it. I'm totally.
Hold on. What's the chat saying? Because I always like to include the chat. What are you guys' thoughts at Kevin Johnson? Is it Kevin Johnson?
For who?
Who's the safety? Kevin Winston. Kevin Winston. Excuse me. Kevin Winston at safety. Some folks are saying Jordan Burch would be a nice pick right here. Is that too soon to pick Jordan? But this is our second round pick, so he's going to be gone by the time we get to the 4th round. Unless we can use our 4th round to try to trade back in to the 3rd, which I doubt.
We'd have to do it. To get back into the 3rd, we're probably going to have to, and obviously, if you want to get up there.
Bishop and Winston would be beautiful. They're saying Roberts at the defensive end. They like Roberts. But Buka is a better fit at safety.
Roberts, though, he is a Brandon Bean guy. We're talking 300 pounds at the edge spot. Does that not just scream?
Jessica's like, yo, start over, dude.
I'm
Why,
liking what we
Jess?
got going so far. I'm liking
Jessica,
what we
why-
got going, Jess. Come on.
Yeah, Jess, why you hating?
What's wrong with this start right here? I got no problem with this. This is kind of
feel
tough
that.
to me here. I don't think we can lose either way here.
Now,
But Channing's
Jessica-
making a good point. I mean,
What's
Mickens
Channing
is
saying?
going to be there later. Mickens is going to be there later. And we got a ton of late round picks.
Let's go. Let's go with that defensive end then.
Yeah, let's take the Brandon Bean, as I always have coined them, the mutants.
I gotta look him up. What's his name?
Elijah Roberts.
All right.
I'll get a photo of him for you here. I mean, dude, he is just huge,
He's a
man.
big boy. Is he that dude though?
The numbers say he is. That's the other thing too. It's like it's not like you're just drafting him for the size. PFF's pass rush grade on him 91, run defense grade 81.
And his size is what? Is he the 6'1" guy we were talking about?
No, he is 6'4", 295.
Oh, I like that. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hit it.
And that just feels beanie to me.
Let's hit it. You know,
I'm
the thing
in.
is, with that edge position. I'm with it, but like you also want to grab someone that is like that can get after the quarterback. It can really affect change. So, I mean, if he does that and he's a Florida boy, why not? Let's get it.
I think if you want that twitchiness, though, I know the size is a problem, but you know, Josiah Stewart, I feel like that's his strength.
Just
But you don't like the size there. All right, let's do it. Roberts. It's done.
now this is where things get dicey and interesting.
Should I turn up the speed a little bit?
Yeah, let's turn it up.
All right, so we're waiting for our 109 pick in the 4th round. This might be where we take Mickens. Are he's still there? All right, now what are your thoughts on taking Kyle Williams? I don't think he's going to be here. You know, PFF, every time I do a draft, he falls to like 200.
So, okay, Kyle Williams is there. Mickens is there. Is Thornton still there? Receiver Thornton.
Oh, he's definitely still here, I think.
Dante Thornton. If he's
Yeah,
still
they have a 182 rank on him.
Okay. So this is where we're on depth. They're saying I'm not just saying Stewart all day. I don't know if I think Stewart's gone by now. I think he might buy.
He wanted us to take him in the 2nd round.
I'm indifferent with Williams. I think Williams he doesn't do anything that's like special for me.
And I just think he's not going to be here. At 109, he's not going to be here.
So you think this? What's the size? Is good? He's got good size. You know what?
Like we can do it if we want, but he's not going to be here.
6 feet, 186. Okay, he's on the lighter side. You like his game? His game don't do too much for me.
Like the game, I just think that at 109 he's going to be long gone.
Really, huh?
Yes.
What do we got at defensive end? Who else is there? Not that
Another end.
No. I just want to see who's still available.
Wow, Femi fell. He is tanked down. I don't know why they're so low on him.
Because you saw, I don't like his game either. His game is all right. It's all right. Nothing crazy. What's the chat saying? Because I'm at this point, receiver might be the best bet at this point. If Kyle Williams is the best available,
We can get
all of it.
Felton later on in the draft out of Maryland, who I kind of like.
Channing's like, yo, if you like Williams, jump on it.
I'm not going to do it only because he's not going to be there. I'm trying to keep it somewhat
Realistic?
Yeah.
So then what's the other position group that you would, if you would tackle?
Safety, but I think we're gonna get Mickens at white.
What about that? What about Tesla? Are you familiar with Tesla's game?
Yeah, I'm not in love with it.
No, huh? I think he's a big boy. Is he? Was he like 6'2"?
He's more of a slot guy as well.
Okay.
So
All these slot
that's
receivers, bro.
I know. It's just not a great wide receiver draft at all.
Savion, not Savion Jones. There was a Savion Williams that people were talking about, but I think he's long gone. So I don't worry about him. I mean, shoot, why not? If Kyle Williams, I mean, listen, if he's your best available, unless you go defensive tackle again, but I doubt we will. And if you did,
we could just do Kyle Williams. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, just for the sake of this, we could do it.
Might as well jump on it.
Okay. I mean, I'd love it. I think Bean's all over that there at 109 if somehow he was still there. You know who I like here? I kind of like Trevor Etienne here.
The running back? Get out of here. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. This is all, of course, based on the idea that the Bills haven't traded any of these late round picks. I don't know. I like the idea of just having
get your safety right here. Listen, stop playing games. Get your safety right here.
I was only saying that because I think he'll be there 169. But you're right. No, Mickens is the pick.
Oh, he'll definitely be there.
Just the ETN will be gone at 169.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think we need a running back, but
no, it's not that we need him. I just like the idea of, it's almost like, they always say draft a quarterback every year, backup or whatever. I just like the idea of, hey, you don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Yeah, I get you.
We didn't know what Ray Davis was going to be, right? Ty Johnson, bring him in. Didn't know what he was going to give us on third down. You bring ETN and you don't know. Pass catching ability too is up there, which I like. I'll do. So this is where when I've been running through this scenario, Rico. I typically go. I go Ty Felton here.
So this is what? This is fifth pick?
Now we're into round 5 where the Bills have 3, like basically in a row. They basically have 4 picks in a row here. 169, 170, 173, 177.
Go to linebacker, please. Where's that UB Buffalo linebacker? Polak? I think his name is Dolak. I mean, we can get him.
You can take him at 206 if you want.
No, yeah. No, later on. He'll be there. He'll be available later on. That's our last draft pick. Any linemen?
You know who I like later on here is he's gone. I've been liking later on getting Seth McLaughlin out of Ohio State, the center. There's been some mocks I've had him around here late in the 5th, and I've like taking a flyer on McLaughlin because he's got the second highest. He's basically the second graded center in the whole draft. And
is Thornton still there?
PFF is very low on Thornton. Yeah, I think Thornton's still here.
Give me Thornton. If Thornton's still there, I'll double dip at receiver. Yeah, right now, right there. Because he's a pure outside receiver.
Yeah, you're right.
And all that. He's outside. He's not a slot. He's outside. Speed and all that.
This is crazy, though. 3.72 yards per route run in 2024.
Buddy, it's unreal. This is where I'd pick him right there.
That's awful.
He's got 3.72 yards per route run. That's at the 97th percentile.
Wait, how am I?
The writing is really small.
Hold on.
Talk about 3.7 yards per route run in 20.
Oh, I'm reading this wrong. Okay, yeah.
That gives you separation. 3.7 yards per route run.
See, so couple guys. I like Andrew Armstrong. This dude's a quickster, man.
He says, "Yo, he's hard garbage. Get out of here with that." Listen, you put him with Josh Allen. Maybe you got something. Josh Allen's that dude, man. He'll make you better. He said hard garbage.
Our next pick, either way, though, is going to be longer beam out of Rutgers, double dip at corner.
I don't mind that as long as you get that Dolak at the end.
I'll just do it now because we're right up again. So, do you want Thornton? That's your guy.
I like Thornton for the speed. If he doesn't make the squad, he doesn't make the squad. I mean, unless there's a better prospect.
I mean, shit. We got day fives. We're sitting here. I don't even know what the hell we're doing. We're sitting here. By the time the Bills are picking, they're going to be running Taco Bell commercials. Okay, during the draft. So what the?
we act like we know what we're
Thornton,
doing.
you're a Buffalo Bill, buddy. Come on down to the next Andre Reed. Come on in. There he is. I picked him.
That's good.
I mean, quite literally, you and I will be on Saturday, right? Yep. By the time they come around to picking Thornton, you and I will be on our second hour of talking about movies.
Buddy.
Okay?
Buddy.
They will quite literally be running the Burger King, ads while the Bills are on the clock. So
1,000%.
All right, Thornton's gone. There he is.
We got our safety, Mickens. We got our edge. We got our corner. We doubled at the corner. This is where we can get a lineman.
Yeah, Ty Robinson. I've been taking here.
Get some depth.
Yeah,
I mean, or even O lineman, or even the O line. If you look at the O line, if we need guard, can't go wrong with getting a guard.
Fairchild.
I don't know, because I mean, you can't not go into this draft without getting a lineman. It would feel weird if we didn't get a lineman. But Ty Robinson just seems right for that pick because I know the Bills have talked to Ty Robinson, so why not?
Well, we can get him at 177 too. I think he'll be there. Let's take Ty Robinson here, and then we'll take that Georgia guard here. He'll probably still be there. Yeah, let's do it. Dylan Fairchild. You're right. How weird would it be to have 10 picks and not take at least one
lineman? It'd be weird.
Yeah. All right. And then 206, you want to take a flyer on the LB out of UB.
No doubt about it. And he might even be an undrafted guy, but you know what? He might shock the world.
I love it. Give the hometown kid the draft pick. Maybe he's the next Khalil Mack. That would be awesome.
We'll see.
All right. This has looked pretty different compared to the ones I've done. We definitely had a little bit of variety here. Let's see what we wound up getting here. Oh, they hated our ass. PFF hated our ass on this one. They gave us a C+ for Harmon in round 1.
They preferred us to take Tyleek.
They gave us a C- on Elijah Roberts. They are not liking the upside potential on that size. They cooked us here.
Well, they
only liked our 2 corners. That was it.
They hated that. They hated Dante Thornton. They hated him.
Oh, they spit on you with that Thornton pick.
Oh yeah. They hated that one. So what are y'all doing? But overall draft grade is a B.
See, the thing of it is, though, you can play the game with PFF. You can get an A all day on this thing. I mean, you can get an A+ like as easy as you possibly could imagine.
Have you been able to muster that?
An A+?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, numerous times.
Okay, there you go. Now
let me pull it up. I saved all of them, Rico. I have 150 saved mock drafts on my hard drive.
Let me see.
Okay.
Now, do you find that you draft better?
I draft better when I pretend that I'm in complete fantasy land, and I'm like, "Yep, he'll be there." Yep, I just traded. You want to know what I do every time, just for the hell of it? You want to know what I do all the time? For some reason, the Giants always say yes to this. I trade 30 and 109 for 34 and 65, and they say yes 99% of the time.
There you go.
It's the best. Let me find one of my A+. Oh, that was quick. I got an A+ right here. Let's take a peek at what earned Bot an A+ on the exam.
So what'd you do there? So you traded. Did you trade back?
Yeah, so I traded with the JETS Jets. And I got Amos, somehow dropped to 42. Then I took Swinson, got the edge. So I basically went 4 different positional groups on the defensive side of the ball. Then went Kyle Williams. How many picks is this, by the way? How many picks did I make here?
3, 6, 9, 12 picks. What the hell is wrong with you?
I was cooking, man. I was cooking. I even got a backup quarterback. at the end for the hell of it.
You got Tyler Shook in there. Cameron Jackson. My God, they called him Cameron. Come
I got
on.
an A+ on that ETN pick that everybody hated in here 5 minutes ago.
A+. That's why you were so on that. Savion Jones. Jamari Caldwell. Look at you, Kyle Williams. You got Kevin Winston Jr. in there.
Tell you what, I was in my bag, Rico. A+.
Yeah, I see that. I see it. Fantasy World, it looks good on you. Fantasy World looks good on you, bro. You nailed it.
Well, listen, like I said, I mean, it couldn't be like I don't understand. They'll accept any trade for the most part. You'll get the Giants are literally begging me to steal pick 65 from them on PFF every time.
The freaking Giants. Well, listen, does PFN treat you the same?
PFN is going to absolutely cook our ass, and that's what we're about to head right now. Because
I prefer PFN.
Now, here's the problem with PFN. The layout is like you're using Microsoft Word in 2005. That's the problem. There's no pizzazz to it.
Straight to it. Straight business.
But the problem is you don't get a grade from them either. So I don't know how smart I am once I'm done with them. Wait, did I download ours so we can compare it?
I don't know if you did, but you should download it.
All right, done. Okay.
That'll be interesting.
I'll just leave it there. Okay.
So PFN, I find is a lot more realistic. So when you do this one, slow it down.
I'll leave it on normal mode.
Yeah. Okay.
You know it's realistic because every trade offer I get on PFN blows. Every one of them.
Yeah, there you go. More realistic. Love it.
All right, let's do it. PFN. Boys are back on the clock. Let's go. Wow. Abdul Carter to the Browns in this one. Man, that would be crazy.
Travis Hunter.
Shadur yet to go. That's when you know they're not messing around because Shadur hasn't gone.
Hell yeah. Jalen, there goes Matthew Golden to the Broncos.
And by the way, we can look at the
Derek
board.
Harmon to Atlanta. Listen, Derek Harmon to Atlanta. So let me tell you something about that. So I'm in the creators mock draft, and I get a DM, and then the guy goes, "Hey, Rico," he goes, "How are you willing to trade out of the first round with that 30 pick?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Atlanta. What does Atlanta want?" I was like, "What are you looking for, depending?" And he goes, I'm looking to get back into the first round, and I'm trying to get the interior line. I was like, F no. And look at this. Atlanta knows they need help in the interior. And boom, they get Derek Harmon, and they traded up for him.
Traded up for him. PFF just gave us a C+ at pick 30 for Harmon.
There you go. See, PFF is a bunch of losers when it comes to this shit. All right. Because we're the professionals here. We know what we're doing.
Now,
are you trading up at any point at this point?
I'd never trade up. No, I just don't see it.
I traded up. I traded up to the 19th pick.
Ooh,
because I wanted.
Starks?
No, who did I want? I wanted
Mike Green.
I wanted Jahdae Barron.
Oh, he was still there?
He was still there. And I was like, okay, if I can get Jahdae Barron, and I know Tampa's gonna want a corner. So I'm like, let me jump in and get Jahdae Barron, because I'm like, if I don't get him there, someone's gonna grab him between 19 and 24.
Yeah, they got San Fran taking him here.
Oh, San Fran already got him. Okay, then he's gone. All right. In this case, there's not really much to do unless you get Kenneth Grant. You trade up for Kenneth Grant.
That's what you would do.
If I really want Kenneth Grant
or Mike Green out of Marshall.
I haven't looked up Mike Green, but I've seen NFL pundits have Mike Green to the Bills.
Oh, they love him. They love him. All right, let's keep going.
Yep.
Wow.
To Seattle.
Now that's one I haven't seen yet.
That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting one. That's really interesting. Sam Darnold yet again finds himself in a conundrum.
Of course.
Okay, now this is terrifying. If Detroit gets Mike Green to put with A.J. Hutchinson.
It is terrifying. And Ali McNeil. And the rest of that defense, yeah, that's terrifying. Watch out for Detroit again. Oh, yeah. That's nasty.
Did I say AJ Hutchinson? I mean Aiden Hutchinson. That would be crazy.
Listen,
that would be crazy.
We need to trade up for Grant.
Wait a minute.
Right now.
Starks is still chilling.
Listen, we can trade up. Look, Walter Nolan's still there. So Green Bay is probably going to go receiver. The Vikings will probably take Malachi Starks. And this is where things get tricky. From 25 to 30. That's where things get dicey. So pause it right after Green Bay, because Green Bay goes receiver, I think, in this one.
You think they do?
Yeah.
Jahad Campbell's still there, too.
All right, they might go. I say the receiver. They say they go receiver.
James Pierce. Over Walter Nolan.
So James Pierce was available in our draft yesterday.
PFF hates him.
Why? Everybody's talking about he's awesome. He's great.
I don't know.
So James
PFF is completely skewed the way I think about these guys, I think. And I don't know. Like just because they always nuke them down the board. All right, so should we see what Minnesota does?
They're probably going safety right here.
So do you want to consider trading up for Starks or no?
Oh, we definitely, let's do it now. If we trade, let's trade with the Vikings. They'll probably take a single fourth. Let's see if they take the single fourth. They might reject it, but a fourth would do it. Give them the 132.
Yeah, screw it. Let's see what they do.
They'll probably say, F you guys.
They told us to go to hell.
Yeah, I figured they would. They probably, if you give them the 109, maybe they'd be content, or they probably want both.
Let's try it.
Let's try. They told us to go to hell. Yeah, Detroit getting James Pierce is actually wild. That's pretty crazy.
No, Mike Green. And that's terrifying. In fact, the mock draft you did yesterday, they traded up and got Campbell, I think, right? Yep. Or something scary. All right, let's try this 109.
They probably want both.
Yeah, they hate us. They hate our ass.
They want both. Try giving them both and see what happens.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
You're down? All right.
Hey, hold on. This chat, how you feel about that? If you were to give up the first and 2/4 to get Kenneth Grant right now, would you do it? Or would you say, no, let the board fall to where it is? Because if you don't get Kenneth Grant, you get Tyreek Williams, no problem. At the 30 spot, you keep both your fourths.
Wait, I thought we were going for Starks here.
Oh, do you want Starks?
Oh, you're looking for Grant. Oh, okay.
I was looking for Grant. Let the board fall. Some of them are saying let the board fall. Oh, someone said Starks. Get Starks right now.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. You're looking at Grant. I don't mind that. You want to let it fall?
Let the board fall. Trade. They say, yo, get a trade, man.
All right.
Get a trade and
I'll try the 2 picks.
They say get Malachi Starks. That would be an interesting setup. That would be freaking interesting. You get Malachi Starks and you get in a Tyreek Williams in the second. That'd be sick. That should do it. F off Vikings. If not,
you know what, Minnesota. You know what, Minnesota. You crapped your pants at the end of the year, and this is why you got no stones. You got no gusto. Go. You know what? Play in the street, Minnesota. Good luck with McCarthy. You're gonna go 4-13 this year. Thanks for nothing.
They're gonna go Malachi Starks. There you go. Yeah, go to Malachi Starks. They knew what we're up to. They were listening.
Unbelievable. And there goes Campbell to Houston.
So where did the Rams go here? Receiver, Luther Burden?
No. I don't know. Let's see.
Here.
They traded. They traded out with
makes sense.
With New Orleans. Okay.
And the Ravens will probably go lineman.
I think the Ravens are going to take Walter Nolan here.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, nope. Azaruka.
Interesting.
We're going to have a crack at Walter Nolan, Rico, I think, unless Washington takes him.
Washington will probably go lineman. Oh, Hampton to the Chargers.
Yeah, I like that. I like that for the Chargers, man. I like that for them.
I mean, you know who's head coach out there. So
listen, Harbaugh wants to play D and run that ball 400 times a year. So
why not? Yeah, but here's the thing. Listen, how different is the running back out of Pittsburgh? That's Najee Harris and Hampton.
Well, I guess the difference is you're on that rookie deal, right?
And right, I suppose
that's probably what it is.
Washington will probably go lineman or receiver. They need to
I
protect
think,
their.
and this is what's crazy when people talk about Cook and stuff. I think, you just said his name. Why am I immediately blanking on him?
Who's that? Hampton?
Pittsburgh. No.
Najee Harris.
Najee. He had 1,000 yards every single year he played with him, and they drafted him, and they just said they're like, no,
not good enough.
All right, I think Washington might go Nolan here.
They're gonna go O line.
You think so? Yeah, you're 100% right.
Protect the
safety. All right, Rico. This board fell exceptionally well to us.
I mean, Kenneth Grant is staring right at us in the face. He's staring right at us in the face.
See. Ooh, I am all in on this.
What? Who's training for what? What's happening?
Cleveland's giving us 94. See, this is what happens when the quarter.
Go back.
No, I know. I'm just.
You're looking. Okay.
I'm doing this in a heartbeat. In a
33.
Instant. Move back 3 spots to move up 80 spots into round 3.
This is a scenario the Bills would absolutely do.
100%.
And this is why I say take that freaking thing. You take that. You got to take
100%. You know what's terrifying, though? Philadelphia is going to get either Grant or Nolan, and they already have by far the best defense.
Either way, the Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to grab something amazing. So we have to live with that.
I'll also say this, and you might call me crazy. I don't even think this is a bad deal with the Chargers either. You would have 4. You would have 4 picks between 52 and 62.
Yeah, that's great. But you know what? From 30 to 55 to 54, that's a lot of good players gone.
I know, but that's I know. All right, we're taking this Browns deal all day.
Yeah, give me that all day. Take it.
They took Dart. Oh my God, Rico, this is falling insane to us. Nolan's still there. Kenneth Grant is still there. Bengals, sit on, no chance.
Yeah. Go
Zero
sit on a cactus. Go sit on a cactus. Arizona.
Literally would rather trade with. I mean, I don't even know.
No, we're out of here. Reject.
Yep. All right, we're picking here. Arizona, if you want to make come correct, okay.
Yeah, honestly, 47, really? Knock it off. But we're giving you a second round next year.
Next year. Listen, Kanye said it, man. Nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. I can't use that second round right now. I am insulted by Arizona's trade proposal here.
What did the Eagles and the Chiefs do?
Oh, yes. So the Chiefs went guard. By the way, Jackson Dart was the pick this is what I told you. I genuinely think this is a very, very plausible situation next week where Dart or Milrow is chilling. Cleveland gets Travis Hunter, and they're like, all right, baby.
PFN is so much more realistic, bro.
Rico, I'm telling you right now, if this went this way, I would be, like I like to say,
so would Brandon.
The desk would be floating.
So would Brandon.
I would love this.
Kenneth Grant in the second round right now. Love it.
We're doing that.
Why? How could you not? How do you ignore that?
We're
big
doing
boy,
it.
You get the big boy and athletic. Hell yeah.
Pick is in.
Trey Amos is gone.
Okay, so this is one other thing we got to consider here. We did gain that 94. Now we have more capital on the idea of maybe moving up if needed. Just saying, just putting that out there.
Okay.
Amos is gone, though, by the way, like you just said, to Jacksonville.
It makes you wonder, do you take Amos there and then, especially with the trade we just made, I wonder if it was one of those things like, ooh, we should have took Amos and then maybe Tyleek and Grant would have been available. That would have been interesting. I would have loved to see that scenario play out.
Where is Tyleek on this board here? Did he already go?
Did we miss it?
How low do they have him?
No, he probably went too high. TT. No, there he is.
Oh, he's still chilling. Okay.
He's there. But he'll be gone soon.
He will. Okay.
You trading up or you good?
I mean,
And Jackson?
Revel's hanging there, but let's go for a bit. Maybe we'll try that Indy situation here.
Okay, you saw Indy. Yeah, that's true. Maybe you can try to get that Rebel pick.
Oh shit! I missed it. Damn it! I didn't click it fast enough. I didn't click it fast.
Is he gone? Is he gone?
No, I didn't put a trade in.
Yeah.
Indy.
I mean, Atlanta might be willing to talk.
I think they're going to go corner here. How about Walter Nolan is still on the board here?
And that's something.
45. No, I'm fine. Let's keep going. Yep. Damn it all. See, I'm telling you, Indy is the move.
You've done it enough. Indy is the move. You've done these enough.
I'm pissed at myself.
Yeah, but you know what? We could have easily just went with corner to begin with.
No, we made the right choice. Although, you imagine Walter Nolan falls to 56 here, then we're going to be kicking ourselves.
Of course. And
he's gonna. Oh, Green Bay takes him 54. Okay.
Good old Green Bay. Hold on. Is Tyreek Williams still there?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
You want to go?
Hold on. We already went. I thought we were corner, and then so 56 to 65 with a pick 99 in the third. What are we looking at here? I mean, we need a corner, or an edge. What edge is still?
See, all the corner that I messed up not trading with Indy. The corners are gone. They're all gone. Unless you want to go Darian Porter, and I'm not doing that here. Damn it.
But we got Trey White, so we're good.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're right. You're right.
So maybe the pick is if it's the corner and then jump down and get that.
No, we do what we did there, but then we also have the 94. So you
trade it back up.
You trade back up.
You should trade it back up.
Because it's only 11 picks.
Yep.
Damn it, Rico.
Should have traded back up. Yep.
I'm pissed. Especially because Hairston went 3 picks before us. Okay, see, there was the run. There's this massive run at cornerback here right after Indy every time.
They're saying, do it, double dip, get Tyreek and get Grant. Wouldn't that be wild?
I'm not seeing Tyreek here. He went, Rico. He went to the Dolphins. That's going to piss you right off, buddy. That's going to piss you right off.
Listen, who else are we sitting here? So who's left at the look at Jalen Miller just sitting right there for us, huh?
Princely, the edge out of Ole Miss. Schweisinger wasn't around for us at linebacker.
This didn't play out the way I wanted it to.
It was looking so good until it wasn't.
It was so true. So it goes to tell you, 56, although great, a lot of your big time players are there waiting for you to grab it. Look at Maxwell Harrison's gone. So I
want to see if I can find a way to bet.
Go back. Let's restart it.
Rico, this was going so damn well. I'd love to find a way if it's possible to bet on this. If I had to make a dark horse wild bet, I think what happened right there is in play. Trade with the Browns, acquire a third, package whatever you have to after you take the interior D lineman to go up to Indy's place and get the corner. That's what we're going to try to do again here, but I guarantee you we're not going to get Grant in the second round again.
A lot of guys were saying that we should have double dipped.
All right, but here we go.
Did we start all over? I like it. Hopefully the Browns come knocking, or we make the attempt to. We
got to start over. That's the rule, right? Shadir to the Jets. We got to start over.
Get out of here. Who's buying that crap? No dice. And you know what? Instead of going 7 rounds, let's go 5.
Okay. Great call. All right.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Jets. Don't do it.
Oh, McMillan.
All right, here we go. So they took a safety. Oh, no, they took a lineman. Okay. Shedeur Sanders to this. Okay. He went back to the Seattle. Emunor gone.
Oh, the Chiefs took Nolan. They traded up for him, Rico.
Isn't that something, huh?
Oh, I would hate that.
What I wonder, did it tell you what they traded for? Does it tell you the details? Because those assholes are denying us.
Well, they traded with Minnesota, so we'll have to keep an eye on Minnesota.
Yeah, let's see how many picks Minnesota has, those a-holes. I wonder if it shows. So they
only got one more pick?
Are you kidding
they got 66.
That's what they wanted. Okay, they wanted a second-round pick.
Harmon
went gone. Interesting. Well, this has turned out different. Skirtin, Booker, boom.
Oh, and we missed our Cleveland chance too. They traded in front. Oh my God.
Get out of the Well, hold on. Maybe
I already hit it. I'm telling you. We're never gonna. We had the golden goose the first time we did it.
So you know what we should have did right after that. Vikings. After the Vikings one, that's when we should call Cleveland and say we're backing out.
Cleveland's gonna call us. They're gonna come begging. They want Dart.
Malachi Starks to the Dolphins. Interesting. Ja'Day Brown to the Falcons. Shedeur to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They traded up for him. Well, apparently
that's realistic. That's realistic.
They're really heavy on Seattle taking
Jihad, Tyler Booker, Emunor. That makes sense. This is where we start talking to the Cleveland Browns.
You're damn right. They better get on the phone.
Maybe we get on the phone.
We can't because we're not on the clock. They won't let us. Oh, can we? We can. You're right.
Yeah, of course. We say, hey, Cleveland, man.
Bean.
I know you want Jackson Dart.
Pick up the phone and start dialing. Here we go.
So what did they offer us? They gave us their third.
So this is what we did. Plain and simple.
Washington say no.
They're gonna.
Of course they will. These assholes. I mean, that was our dude. That was our chance,
goal.
Man.
It was the perfect draft.
It
was the perfect draft.
We messed it up. There's Walter Nolan. Well, see this, like taking Walter.
What? All right, no, we have to redo this. What is this? What is this? What even is this?
Jalen Mills to Detroit. Unreal.
Get out of here.
Like this is the first time PFN has been some bullshit.
Yeah, they're on one right now.
8 that's on 5 rounds.
Genty to the Jags.
I've seen that a couple times.
Have you?
I've seen that a couple times. Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. NVM says, "Yo, listen, this gave me flashbacks of Trent McDuffie when they drafted Nolan on us."
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's so funny. Yesterday when I was doing the mock draft, the Raiders took Shedeur Sanders, and I asked the creator, I was like, "Dude," I'm like, "Shedeur?" He's like, "Listen, the trade's made. I said what I said, and that's what it is." He's like, "We have a quarterback for the future. We're doing what Atlanta did."
They just skipped our pick.
Maybe they just skipped their pick.
They just shot my ass down to 36 for some reason. What did we get for that? We traded with Jacksonville somehow. What the hell?
Did you accept something accidentally?
It worked out. Oh my God. It's even better. We got pick 88 instead of 97.
Get on the horn with Atlanta. I mean, the Colts.
Well, wait, we got to take our pick first. We haven't picked.
Well, who's available?
Kenneth Grant. How did that even happen? What just happened?
Kenny G still there?
Yeah. That's the move.
I mean, listen, that is the move right there. And then those boys took Jackson Dart with 33. Okay, don't forget Colts.
I know. I'm waiting to see what happens here.
Oh, Tyreek to the freaking that's not realistic right here. Tyreek Williams to the Patriots? No way.
Ooh, Ravel just went to the Niners.
Who's still available then at corner? because that's what we're looking for.
Amos is available.
Do it now. This is
Yep.
the trade. Because Dallas is probably going to get a corner or need one at least. Oh, they're gonna want an arm and a leg, these assholes, huh?
Dude, what did we do with Jacksonville to get the 88th pick? I love that. I don't even know how we did that.
Are you going to give him a future? Is a future third worth it? Or would you hold on to that third and just deal with what we have right now?
I would like to get rid of some of the back end that we have right now.
All right, let's roll.
Should we try just 109 first?
Why not?
132 third? Let's try 132. Let's be scumbags and try 132 first.
No, they're gonna reject us right off the rip. They're gonna be like, yo, get out of here, guys. You gotta give me more than that.
I was
probably
gonna
give him a fifth, give him an early fifth, maybe a seventh in there. Actually, we don't.
I'll get rid of that 7 like a stained T-shirt. I don't care. You can have that. Oh wait, no, we have that. No, okay, never mind. All right, we'll try the 109.
Nah, it's not gonna cut it. You're gonna give him more. Give him that 160, 169, and
Hold
170.
on, let's just see what they say.
If they take this is unreal. Nah, listen. MVM said it, man. These guys are stingy.
You're right.
You gotta give them the goods.
We gotta come correct. Unfortunately,
gotta come correct.
I was really hoping to do an art of the deal type thing here. All right, you want to play hardball, Indy?
102 and 103 probably, and 132 probably.
Oh, wait, what?
They probably want the 2/4. Unless you give them the 132, keep 109, give them 132, 169, and 170. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. They want more. They need one more. They need one more. That's what's going to cut it. One extra pick on top of what we just gave them.
We got to do it.
They said, Zbot, click on the blue icon next to the pick. It will show the trade. Okay.
Oh, okay.
My man Sacred said, "Yo, bot's locked in, baby. He's locked in."
We're doing this. We're figuring this out. They can smell the desperation on me. That's the problem.
They certainly can. I'll tell you right now. It's gonna take they want 109, 132. I can guarantee you that. And you're probably gonna have to give them 170 and 173. But I want 109. So you might have to go 132, 69, 170. Ugh.
I don't even think they're gonna do it.
That might be what it takes. Yeah.
Hey,
that's what they wanted. You have to do what you got to do.
Ask and you shall receive. We did it.
We're in. And here come the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee, go to
51 and pick 122. That was interesting.
Trey Amos, come on down. Wow, all right.
There it is. We're looking all right now.
We got that 88 from Jacksonville.
So big Kenneth Grant, we got our starting corner. At this point, receiver is going to be available. A nice, solid receiver should be available. I
forgot. We still have our 62nd pick.
Oh, we're laughing.
We're literally crying. We're laughing so hard right now.
Oh, man. We're wheeling and dealing, bro. All right. What's available? What's the prognosis here? So we got our corner. We got our DT. Where's our edge? Josiah Stewart's there. Jordan Birch is right there, right for the taking.
By the way, they're really high on our guy from SMU. Where did he go?
He's gone by then. I think he's long gone. Maybe.
I know. I'm just interested to see how high they have him going.
First round? No way.
Can't be.
No. He's definitely not. We missed it. What was it? Roberts? Was it?
Yeah. Did they just have him graded really low?
Probably.
They can't have him graded this low.
Unless they have him as a linebacker.
Oh,
like a stand-up linebacker or edge. Yeah, where's he at?
What the hell?
Search his name.
Where can I do that?
Right there, right above. Search.
Oh. How was it again?
Was it Roberts was his last name?
Kenneth Roberts, right?
No.
Was
it Gary Roberts? You got me all
somebody
jacked
remind
up
me.
now.
I mean, I haven't slept in 3 days, so can somebody tell me who the hell I track? Wait, hold on, I got it right here. Elijah. Jesus, get it together, will you?
Somebody help me for
all right. So he's gone. Where is he?
Elijah Roberts is gone, but it's very staring right at us in the face. We just scroll by him too quickly.
I mean, my God, did Tennessee take him at 1? I mean, where is he? Look at this, Rico. I'm telling you, dude, it's an arms race.
It is
between Cleveland and the Giants. And I think Big Baller Bean's going to be capitalizing on that. Dude, he must have went first round.
Dude, not that high.
I haven't seen SMU pop up.
Bro, I don't know where he's at.
No, we cannot continue until I find him because this is pissing me off.
Elijah Roberts. He's definitely not in the first round, for crying out loud. And you're going right. You're combing right through that. There's no way.
You guys better be looking on your end because I'm telling you, I'm giving myself a brain aneurysm right now.
Ibuka, Ravel, bro. I do not see that, brother, man. Luther. First of all, shout out to whoever called that bro Luther.
What a name.
That's an old school.
Oh, my bad. Here he is. They got him ranked $158 on here. So we really messed up according to PFN. Let's go. All right. That satisfies that itch. We're at 62.
So we got the corner. So edge is where we want to look at, see who did I see at edge that we liked?
NV Mafia. Listen, as much as I want to look at the chat right now, we're on the damn clock. The boys have got to be dialed in because so far we're batting 100, and I want to knock another one out of the park here.
Let's do it. I mean, they're saying edge rusher. Edge rusher has to be it.
Let's go Femi out of UCLA then.
Butcher filtered under DE. Hold on. Click all. Yeah.
No, that's what I was.
We're back on it.
Yeah.
We're back on. Listen, NVM, we're trying to keep the chat open, but from my end, I gotta open the screen full so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. Because on our end, I have the chat on one side and the little tiny writing, so I'm periodically going back and
I'm just absolutely.
So if you go edge here,
dude, if I was Brandon Bean, I'd be in there. I'd be crushing like 45 Diet Cokes, man. I'd be the sweat stain you'd see on my suit coat if I was Bean.
Go to safety right now.
Dunzo, Rico.
There it is.
What a guy you are.
Grab it.
And we are like the great Bambino up there right now, man. We can't miss.
We're back at it at 88, and I tell you right now, I bet you Oladejo is going to be there at 88. And then you're really laughing. Now you're cooking with grease.
I'm literally dying right now. I mean, I laughing gas. They got to carry me out.
Boy,
he's gone.
Watch out, bye. Watch out, bye. Oh, he's gone. I mean, you got to respect it. Oh, get out of here, Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers, take a walk, would you? 125.
Nah. Yeah, they can take a walk too. I mean, 103 wouldn't be so bad, but
no,
20 plus picks, like almost over 15 picks. Nah, bro.
Ashton Gelati out of Louisville, done deal.
Like that? Hold on.
Or Kyle Kennard.
This is unfamiliar territory for us because we're never in this third round area.
I know.
I mean, that makes sense. 6'2", 264, size of height. He's athletic. I've heard good things about him though.
So have I.
What y'all feel about the Gelati? I'm looking at the chat right now. Boss desk is raising right now. Richie's all over you, man.
Gelati, shout out Rita's Frozen Ice, the gelati at Rita's. If you know, you know. And I think we could easily get Ashton a deal with Rita's for his own gelati in the New York area.
Grab Austin. Where's he? What play? What schools he go to?
You know what a gelati is, by the way? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What is like a form of ice cream?
So Rita's does this thing: frozen ice cream, frozen ice cream, frozen ice cream. Dude, it's insane. Legit.
Rita's. Good to know. Are we going with gelati over here or what? I gotta ask if the chat is gonna throw some W's in the chat.
What about Jack Beck, wide receiver, TCU?
Is he white?
I have no clue.
Look him up with a name like Jack Beck, 6'1", 214.
How'd you know that? Yeah, he is white.
I mean, look, Jack Beck. Are you kidding me? And then the first thing they said is Jack Beck is a versatile physical wide receiver. Yeah, he's white. Strong hands, sharp route running, and a tough playing style. White.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a gym coach. I'm looking at him.
I always love listening to the descriptions of wide receiver. They go, he excels in contested catches, situations, using his body control and strong hands to secure difficult grabs in traffic. Back's ability to work both outside and in the slot makes him a valuable weapon. Let me see if there's any more white player speech here. He has a reliable ball skills, tracks the ball well, and shows a willingness to fight for extra yards. Yep, that's white, all right. While not elite, there it is. While not elite burner, his toughness, football IQ, playmaking ability. There it is. That's white receiver, white receiver, white receiver. I think it's so hilarious.
Are you reading this on a BlackBerry, by the way? Like, what size is your monitor? 5 inches?
Well, it's because I'm looking from your screen, so I don't have it as wide as yours.
How about that?
There. Now we're talking. Holy jumpins.
I saw you over there. I thought you were about to go through the screen for a second there.
And plus, I'm not even wearing my glasses right now either, so that works. Well, that's great. So no to John Beck. I'm good with that.
All right. Let's go Femi at edge.
Yeah, let's do it. Femi?
Or excuse me, gelati.
There you go.
Done.
I'm with it. All right, so we gave up our fourths. Listen, Kenneth Grant, Trey,
Dude, I mean, we are literally in the kitchen just going like that. I mean, we are literally going nuclear.
Flip it. Back on that. We're doing it.
I'm opening a bottle on the stream if we wind up hitting it like this.
So what? We're picking at what 173 right now? Is that Deion Walker sitting right there for it? Joshua Farmer sitting right there? And that's a big boy, 6'7", 331. So the Bills brought him in. There's
your run stuffer.
Yeah, but you got Josh Farmer sitting right there at 102. What? 305. How is Josh Farmer still available? Is this a glitch in the system?
Is that your guy?
Bro, grab Farmer. If Farmer's there, that is who you grab.
We are Farmers.
Grab his ass.
Done. You sold me.
And bringing up Buffalo. Let's go, man.
Hell yeah, we're already going to be singing that thing. I can see it now. We are very easily pleased in Buffalo. We just like the little things.
Doesn't take much to us.
We got gelati. We got the Farmer.
Oh, listen, we're good, man.
I'll tell you what, Rico. Just when we thought Cleveland was going to beat Jacksonville,
we play a little Kenny G. Ooh, we good, man.
Jacksonville really hooked the boys up. I mean,
appreciate it, Jax.
This is going at a snail's pace right now.
This is where we look at receiver and see who's available at receiver.
I mean, dude, we absolutely went to town here.
Last pick of the night.
Are we up? God, this thing's lagging.
Oh no, this is all right. This is all right.
There's Indy going to town with our picks right there.
who they grab.
Dylan Gabriel with our pick. Interesting.
I mean, they do need a little help there.
Look who's there.
Listen, the draft. Look at this. We'll grab
we'll
Josh
take
Farmer.
3 D tackles right now. I mean, we'll completely reinvent this defensive line overnight for all I care.
Where's Isaiah Bond is right there?
Well, Bond's got the off the field stuff. There's no way Bean's doing it.
Who else is at the receiver? Nicky Nash. I've heard. I don't know too much about Nick Nash.
Jimmy Horn's your boy, isn't he?
No, he's too light for me. Too 170, 172. What do we got here?
How about we took Elijah Roberts in the second? We're staring at him right now in the fifth, and we're like, nah.
Is that crazy?
Noel
Williams.
Yeah, I was looking. We're double dipping at corner.
Yeah, I would suggest we do that. Noel Williams makes sense.
Ty Robinson still there. Man, the D tackles felt nice to us.
We got Kenneth. Nah, Ty. This ain't Ty Felton. Channing says Ty Felton.
Yeah, I mean we're about to walk out of here with nobody on offense.
Listen, we don't have a linebacker. So somebody said take a linebacker. Kaiser. We don't have a linebacker.
Oh, that's a good point.
And this is our last pick of the night. So, I mean.
Done. Man, we just had an all-world defensive draft. I mean, can we go ahead and marvel at this for a second, folks? Go ahead and get your screenshots in because we just completely launch padded the Bills into February ball here. I mean, this is something else.
I didn't realize we just went all defense here, baby.
And I'm fine with it. This was
we can hit the free agency. Listen, save this sucker.
I mean, when we compare it to this absolute heinous job we did on PFF,
buddy. I mean, granted, we didn't have an opportunity to go through the list to see what we got. So PFF, they got to change the game up with that one.
But we took PFN on and we said, look, hold it. We're taking Jacksonville's 88. Damn, I'm going to be disappointed if this doesn't happen now because I'm.
Listen, I think
I'm in love with it.
I think that's the best. That's the best one we've done together.
Oh my God, it's not even remotely close.
No, this is solid.
We've been like two guys in a canoe rolling with sticks of spaghetti the last few times. I mean,
it only took us almost 3 hours to get this thing done. But we're there on 3 hours on the mark.
Rico tells me before we come on. By the way, he goes, "Look, I'm thinking an hour and a half max." And I said yes, but in my head, I'm like, dude, why do we even bother? Why do we even bother doing this anymore? We say it every time. We're like, yeah, we should probably keep it at $1.50,
Yeah, keep it light, in and out.
Rico's like, an hour minimum, but if we can hit that hour and a half mark, we were ranking horror films. So,
ain't that the truth? We're in movie chat.
And I'll tell you, it paid off. Richie's asking how many of these guys are starting this year. I'm telling you right now, Richie, I think I'm seeing at least 3 starters on here.
Listen, you got Kenny the starter. You got Kevin instantly becomes the starter. Josh Farmer might get some starting. Some Trey Amos is in there, buddy.
Kaiser's going to be riding the pine, but it's going to be worth it. His day will come.
Look at the schools that we got, man. We got big time schools in Michigan, Penn State, Florida State. You got Notre Dame in there. Come on now.
You said it couldn't be done. You said the Bills got Trey White and they weren't going to walk away with a top corner. Not only did they walk away with the top corner, Rico, but they walked away with your highest positional value at DT at 36. We talked about safety. We both like Kevin Winston. He fell perfectly to us. Swapped the pick with Jacksonville, which wound up being better than the trade we got from Cleveland the first 9 tries. Damn.
You know what? This is
who's got Bean on email, and I would just send it over and say, look, we'll be waiting with bated breath next weekend to see you hitting on all of these cylinders like we just did.
Bro, we listen. We absolutely killed this one. We absolutely did a great job.
I'm going to be thinking about this one tonight. I'm going to be thinking about this one. And I got to drive home to Rochester tomorrow. I'm going to be thinking about it then, too. In fact, I think I'm going to be thinking about this one all the way up until next week.
I got a video I'm going to try to play here. If I can try to find it. I think it's, am I not getting it right? Bleacher. I think it's a gridiron. Let me see if I can find it here. I got something to play for y'all before I get out of here. Gridiron Heights? I think it's Gridiron Heights. Could be wrong. Oh, yeah, I found it. Let me see. Because so with the Bleacher, they made us do this profile. If I can, oh, there it is. All right, first round picks. So check
Caroline
this out.
asked me at 9:45, by the way, if we were almost done. Just as a reference point.
Oh, you can tell her, babe, we're wrapped up. We're all wrapped up.
They can probably hear me upstairs.
She's asleep. She's
probably like, does this guy ever shut the hell up? You know, it's Friday at midnight.
Do you feel that you have to kind of hush a little bit?
No, but then again, I'm completely oblivious to how loud I am. Like, my whole family is. If you get my dad, myself, and my uncle Matt in a room, I mean, I think we break the sound barrier that Seattle broke with the Marshawn Lynch run there.
Game over.
It's brutal because everybody's just trying to layer over one another. I'll experience it this weekend, for Easter when I bring up this mock draft. I'm going to bring it up in front of the whole family, actually. I'm going to get everybody around the table, and I'm going to say, take a peek.
So let me know if you guys can see this, and hopefully you guys can hear it. I don't know if you guys will be able to. Let's see. I'm going to share the screen, and then we can get the F out of here. Can you guys see that?
Yep. Oh, this is a classic.
So let me see if you guys can you hear this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let me turn.
I was thinking this was something else.
No, completely different. So this is what we have to do.
Here is a move that the Buffalo Bills must make to absolutely nail this upcoming 2025 NFL Draft. The Buffalo Bills finished the regular season with a record of 13-4.
Look at you go live from the hotel.
Fifth straight
from the hotel. I thought
Josh Allen
was
is your
choppy
MVP, and we're one game away from making.
I just would have wished they put a little music in the background, but they didn't really.
Yeah, that would have been a nice touch.
This defense has been plaguing us
I
over the years in the
anticipated that they
playoffs.
would do
In
that.
the regular season, we ranked.
Take a look at who I picked here
and taking the ball away in terms of interceptions with 14. We ranked middle of the pack of getting after the quarterback with 40 sacks. This is why the addition of Joey Bosa with the re-signing of Greg Rousseau, this should aid. But yet, we still haven't done anything in the defensive backfield. And this is why the Buffalo Bills have to nail this guy right here. And that is Trey Amos out of Ole Miss, the 6-foot corner, 195 pounds. Instinctive, is fast, and has great.
Where was this earlier when we argued about Tre'Davious White for an hour?
Alongside an opportunistic defense.
Like I said, things change.
Last year, this could
things
be the
change.
one piece that sets us over.
I didn't know you had this.
I am able to grab this player in this upcoming BR mock draft on Thursday. That's exactly the player that would make it the perfect 2025 NFL draft for the Bills. Here is a move.
Hold on, I'm confused. You told me we weren't leaving the first round with
this. This was done last week.
So you were being dead serious then. You were being dead on about the Trey White thing. Really? I mean, no, I knew you weren't eventually, but I didn't know you had this. I mean, you got full proof.
Listen, Trey. I like Trey Amos. I like it. If we can get the way this draft worked out, I'm all in.
Oh my God,
yeah. I'm all in. If we can make that shit happen, shoot.
If we can throw a wide receiver in here at some point, sign me up.
Cody, you stupid, man.
Listen, I'm fully cognizant, Cody. It's going to be Trey, and listen, by the way, Trey White and Trey Amos. We haven't even put that together yet.
Hey-oh.
Okay, we got the Trey gang in the back.
Trey Deuce. I mean, Trey Amos better. You might as well be 32.
What's up for Easter weekend? What's the plan?
Tomorrow is Tomorrow I'm going to so my barbershop. Get this, my barbershop. They shut down because they got burnt down to a crisp.
Oh, you're kidding. They're done.
So I ain't got no barber until they figure out. So I'm roughing up right now. So tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna shave the head completely. Shave it. We're going bald, and not because I need to. It's just we're going bald. Just to kind of sometimes you got to reset, and I think this is what I need. I need to reset. So I'm gonna Spend
Let's
my
see
time
what you're
shaving.
working. What are you working with up there right now?
Right now, it's just light. It's light. You know what I mean?
Have you
see
ever
it?
done the full bald?
Oh yeah, that's what I used to
But
do.
you and
that.
I always wear a hat, so I feel like I never even think to know what's going on or anything there.
Yeah, I do it all the time, man. I always I used to just go low. That's how the wife met me. I was always low cut, and then you know what I mean, changed it up a little bit. So yeah, then we're doing church Sunday. Church is gonna be crazy because the kids are performing in front of the church.
Oh.
They're gonna be doing a little dance in front of the church. They're nervous as heck. And then Easter dinner, and then Monday we chill out, and then we're back at it again for the work week, and then it's draft week, baby.
I'm so stoked. We are officially less than a week away. By this time next week, the Bills should have at least 3 picks underneath their belt. We'll see what ends up happening.
Let me tell you, I get this question sent to me all the time.
Let's have Dan on next week.
Listen, I think they think that we don't F with Dan. Dan's our guy.
Oh my God,
Dan's
me and
our guy.
Dan talk like at least a couple times a week.
There you go, man. Dan's our guy, man.
The thing is, though, this is the other thing. Like, Dan is on all the time, so it's like, you know, you don't. Sometimes you just do your thing, and then you don't think to be like, oh, we're doing a thing too. Let's just do it together. But we should do that next week. We'll get Dan on.
Get Dan on. Get his
do
podcast
another
on.
mock.
We can chat it up. See where his brain's at. I'd love to know where his brain's at. Actually, that'd be great. See
Let's
where
do
Dan's head at. You know what I mean? Where you at? You going corner? You going DT? Let's see what his thoughts are. It'd be good.
I'll text Dan tomorrow. We'll do it next week. Good call, Big P. We'll lock that in. It's gonna be tough to top what we just did, though.
Listen, I'm with you, brother. Listen, go get Caroline. Bring her down. Get to bed. I mean, I already put everybody to bed that I needed to, so I'm good. I'm chilling over here.
Everybody's serviced out in Canada. I'm about to go hit the sheets. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 in the books. One of the best mock drafts you'll see. Hopefully it comes to fruition next week. Only time will tell. We have less than a week to wait. But in the meantime, can't thank you enough for kicking it with us on a Friday night. Over 1,400 of you hanging out.
Hey.
Have an awesome Easter. If you celebrate this weekend, enjoy time with the family. Enjoy a nice meal. Get the relaxation out of the way because next week we're dialed in.
And just remember, folks, this is a great weekend, a reminder that while we're still here. I mean, I got the platform, so I got to say it. While we're here, the good Lord died for our sins. We are here. I mean, let's make the most of it. This little time that we have on this earth, let's make the most of it and enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And then we'll get back to it next week. But drive safe tomorrow because I know you're headed back to the parents.
Yes, sir.
All right. Stay blessed. Be good. And as always, folks, go Bills.
Go Bills. See y'all next week. Happy Easter.
Peace. Yes, sir. Peace. 3 in the books, buddy.